All right. You want to introduce this is on your channel, I guess.
What
up?
Watch out, Kevin Feige. We coming. You can't do it right. We'll do it for you. You want me to run your company for you? Phase 4 MCU has been a disaster. Every movie has bombed. Every show has been unwatched.
Every single one.
Every single one. Black Widow made less money than the last Paranormal Activity movie, and that went straight to digital. So that's embarrassing. What was the one with the guy?
Top Gun.
Loki. That show failed.
Can we bring Top Gun to the universe?
No, they can't afford him. They can't afford Tom Cruise.
They
Loki
can't.
was a failure. There was too many fart jokes, too many queef jokes. So that failed. The biggest success, of course, everybody knows was of course
is going to be I Am Groot.
Yeah, I Am Groot, of course. That's the biggest success. It is the biggest success. It already has the best pre-sale tickets sold. All 15 minutes of it on Disney Plus. But
so,
Kevin Feige fucked up so hard. We have to go and fix his mistake. With
he asked us. He asked us. He said, "Hey,
it doesn't even matter if he asked us. We're gonna do it anyway."
He said, "Hey, can you guys minus David fix this?"
I don't know who David is. David the Gnome?
Frank.
Who's that? I don't know. Frank Castle?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to see a PG version of Frank Castle. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
He could go and fucking have fun with the PG version of Blade. Can't wait to slice somebody and no blood will come out.
So what we're gonna do is we mapped out. Like it's not even map. We just wrote down all the names there. Yeah. We're gonna try
to get it in the right order of release, but
we're gonna reorganize and retouch some of his movies and see if we can figure out like a good way to make them a little more coherent. We have a few things we know we have to touch on in terms of making it still like fixable for Phase 5 or whatever they're gonna do there. But we're gonna try not to like overhaul everything, but like at least adjust it to make it good movies and shows.
Yeah. And there's some good movies here, and there's some
movies. All right, which ones?
Show. Which is the good movies?
Yeah, you said plural.
No Way Home is obviously the best one of all of them.
Yeah.
That's not. I don't even want to hear an argument. Shang-Chi was all right.
I'm glad you're coming back to that.
I don't know. I thought it was all right at the time. I didn't get the hype for it.
That's it. All right.
Yeah, I think so. What movies? Yeah, that's about it. Shows. WandaVision was good until the end. I thought Falcon and Winter Soldier has has a terrible villain and some morally weird things going on in it. Like heroes just not giving a shit about certain things, and also trying to vilify a character that kills a terrorist, even though many characters in the past in the MCU have killed terrorists and bad people, and it was perfectly okay at the time. But now, he killed somebody with shield. Oh no! Yeah, I'm sure Walker. I assure you, Cap has killed plenty of people with shields.
Yeah,
some people that might not even deserved it exactly.
He shot people.
Yeah, he shot people too. I mean, sure, some of them were Nazis, but yeah, I mean, whatever. You don't know.
You can't tell me Cap hadn't accidentally killed someone.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely killed people accidentally. I'm not sure. What If is pretty solid for the most part. It's not great, but it has some good episodes in it. Moon Knight is good. I love
Moon Knight personally. That's.
I don't love it. I think there's problems with it, but I do really like it. Ms. Marvel was fun. I don't think it was like amazing, like a lot of people were saying, but I thought it was fun. I liked it. Everything else is either mediocre or like looking back on it, I really don't like it. Like I really don't like Loki.
You really hate Black Panther?
It's not out yet, so
yeah.
Yeah, I Am Groot, I'm sure. Well, I Am Groot's gonna be the best one.
Obviously. Yeah, so obviously She-Hulk, I Am Groot, and Black Panther we can't really do anything with, but we'll touch on everything else. So
I guess just to make it not confusing, let's just put 2. So people aren't like,
Same
why'd
thing
you
with
put
Doctor
Black
Strange.
Panther? Do the same thing with Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing that?
Travis says Flash got arrested again. Not in this universe though.
Yeah. This is the wrong universe.
So
in this universe, Robert Downey Jr. got arrested. That was a long time ago.
No.
Anyway.
Okay, so let's start off. Let me read off these things that what we are we have to keep, because obviously for the future everything. So Kang has to show up at some point, obviously.
Yeah, Kang has to show up. So we have to keep Loki in some way, right?
Yeah, so Loki will probably still introduce him. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we reach him somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure Loki is fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of afterlife stuff, which I feel is pretty essential, seeing as that's been repeated constantly.
Is it essential though? Will it actually be essential? Especially when they do Secret Wars and Secret Invasion and Secret Life of Zack and Cody or whatever.
I have a feeling they're gonna keep touching on it, like even in Black Panther 2, obviously.
Yeah.
So we'll keep that in just in case. The multiverse is obviously the big thing.
I guess What If had some of that too, with not afterlife, but like, oh, I want to reverse the death or whatever.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember a lot of the episodes of What If.
All I remember is the ones I liked. Yeah, Doctor Strange was the fucking incredible one.
It was about 300 times better than the fucking movie that came out. But
it was 3 times better than a lot of this stuff.
The live action versions made those characters more annoying.
Hey, Pepperoni, we're adjusting the face for.
Yeah, we're adjusting it. We're trying to figure out a better way to tell this story.
Yeah,
make them more coherent and connect to each other. And
Kyle's in here. He said, "This is a great stream." Yeah, it's your favorite thing. If you're in here, you would say scrap it.
I would love if there's no audio in the stream. So
yeah,
that's why I said that. Make sure the audio is good. It sounded fine earlier, but
yeah, no one said anything yet so far, so I'm assuming. I should assume. Mutants have to be mentioned at some point, and then Val with her Thunderbolts recruitment is also a thing too.
What?
So whenever Val is bringing in like
Val Kilmer,
there you go.
Val, who the fuck is Val?
That's the girl at the end that brings in U.S. Agent and
oh, yeah, I know. You mean fucking Veep, Seinfeld girl?
Yeah,
I forgot her name. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Okay,
yeah,
that's
she's sort of enlisting the Thunderbolts. So
okay,
those are the main things.
Very excited for that.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll be good.
Granted,
I just realized, why are we even doing this?
Yeah, why not?
it's gonna lead to amazing stuff. It's gonna be very empowering.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
So let's jump straight into the very first thing was, I guess, WandaVision. That was
WandaVision was the first thing. So
very first thing.
I'll click it so everybody knows we're talking about it.
I think what we can do is copy this. Let's go. You can hit page 2.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. WandaVision.
Make it big, so just in case they can't see. Make it really big. No, let me do it. Stop it. Let me do it. There you go. Perfect. There you go.
Da.
Da.
I want someone to just look at this right now.
This.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's put a P there. That's what I think of this phase. All right. You switch it. I can't. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never used this program before. Oh wait, I think I could.
There you go.
I think I got it. There you go. WandaVision. Yeah. All right. Now moving. Right, let me do it. Let me fucking do it. God damn it. All right. So Davis.
So for the most part, I think WandaVision was pretty much on track until the end, which I think that's gonna be a thing. We're gonna be adjusting the end of a lot of this fucking.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I think WandaVision really fucked up the mystery of what the hell's going on, because it was just like, oh, who's the Beast Keeper guy? That was weird. Oh, what's this little toy car thing? Or no, it was a car. It was like a train. Dumbass boner joke is out. Oh yeah, the Ralph Boner.
So
that's gone. I I really don't like most of the humor in this anymore. So if we could just get rid of all the humor, that'd be great.
I would change
But
Agatha to Mephisto. Oh, that'd be sick.
hell yeah, there you go. Let's stop hearing about the fucking theories.
New rock stars, we got you.
Yeah, you're done.
Um,
You're coming.
so I think the humor we obviously can't. We could just say write better humor. That'd be literally just stamp on Phase 4. But
humor.
That's not something we can just. That's not gonna be the thing. We're just the plot. So
right.
WandaVision for I'd say at least the first half was fine. I think everything that happened in the first half.
It was fine. Again, a lot of the mystery would have been cool if it was actually something, but it ended up being nothing.
So,
which is my main problem.
So, substance of mystery. What will we change in there, though?
I would just for not really for the future, just for like not even like surprise factor, just like it actually makes sense. You know, like them coming in and oh, now he's a beekeeper for no reason. You know, like the one guy from what was it called again?
Shield or sword?
Sword. There you go. I was thinking arms. I don't know why. I don't know why.
So I think add to all these dumb little details.
Make it a little bit more complex. What's happening? Not just like oh, they go in there and then for some reason he changes into a bee suit guy. Or a beekeeper, or the drone goes in and it's like a toy like helicopter or something like that. You know, like I don't know. There was a cool sense of a mystery because they always ended the episodes with that, and then it was just sword or whatever.
Right.
And they were just going in and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was just kind of lame. I thought it was like hyping something cooler than what was actually there.
No, that's true. It really went nowhere.
And it was kind of a waste of time, honestly. Especially the whole nothing about sword is interesting to me. Like every time they come
really
back to fucking yeah, we didn't talk. Yeah, we will in the future, I'm sure. But like, what's his name from Ant-Man and the Wasp? He's there, and
Jimmy Woo,
Big Tits is there, and who else is that? Oh, the new character who's gonna be in the Marvels, Monica. Yeah, can't wait for that.
Sword is just boring shield. That's what they probably say. That's true.
Blade. Hell yeah! How about bring back Sticky Fingers? He played Blade in the show.
So add substance of mystery, and that's all we need to say is there needs to be more on that.
Yeah, I think the first half.
I think this literally the whole mutant thing started with Ms. Marvel just now. I think we should have had inklings of it in here. I think this should have been right out the gate. If we're bringing in what's his name? What's Quicksilver's name?
Oh, Pietro.
If we're bringing him back, especially from a fucking.
Oh, you mean the actor? The actor or the? Oh shit.
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller. Yeah. No, it's like even. Yeah. Evan Peters.
I think there you go. There you go. That sounds right. Yeah. I think introduce. Mutants here, but like subtly, like you don't really we don't maybe we'll make it say like anything. Ms. Marvel can keep the whole like they say mutants in there, but this is where we start like putting like little breadcrumbs in here because I think the boner joke is the dumbest thing. I think that was like that should have been the biggest like oh this is gonna be a travesty of a whole phase after that.
Yeah, that was just like just no. If anything, that was just a warning for the I guess just what to expect when it comes to like character stuff in these movies because most of these movies and even shows kind of like ditch that just for cameos.
Right.
So it's like, don't worry about the character stuff. Look, Xavier's here.
Right.
Look.
So actually,
here's Black Bolt.
On that note. April has a really cool idea. He says, make it so that Pietro can connect to multiverse.
Yeah.
So I think
that's what they should have fucking done.
That's what we're here for.
I thought that's what they were doing too. I thought they were like, oh, okay, they swapped around like there's some multiverse shit because we already knew that. I think at that point we already knew Doctor Strange was called Multiverse of Madness, so we already knew they were doing multiverse. I think there was already rumors about No Way Home being about the multiverse. So
I think so. Bring Pietro back
If it was even called that at the point. I don't know if it
in
was.
Doctor Strange 2.
That would have been cool. But they have to get rid of the joke. Yeah, so put that right under there. So remove the boner joke. Haha, funny. Introduce mutants here. They could have easily like had a sword, like mentioned like they're mutants or whatever.
There's some genetic thing going on. And that's the thing. Don't say mutants. We'll save it for Miss Marvel. That's fine. That'll be a cool.
You can say mutations. You can say mutations.
Well, that's what they did.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
don't
they
need to
said.
save it for Miss Marvel. The surprise could still be there in Miss Marvel because she was never referred to as a mutant in the original comics. At least that's what I've heard. Because people were like, oh, they changed her to a mutant because she used to be an Inhuman or whatever.
Right.
I guess there's a difference.
The Terrigen Mist.
I don't know why. Is there really a difference?
So what happened?
Inhumans is like a godly characters, kind of almost.
The reason why they have Inhumans is because that was when Disney was trying to separate from Marvel and the X-Men. So they want their own mutants, so they created the Inhumans. So it's the same.
The Inhumans aren't original characters from the comics. That was a Disney thing.
No, they are, but that was when they were trying to separate. When they were, remember, they were like a little while back. They were like trying to cut off Fantastic Four and X-Men from the comics. They were like, yeah, since we don't own those properties, we don't really want to talk about them that much. That's why in MVC Infinite, there was no Wolverine or anything.
Right.
So Marvel wanted to do more mutant stuff. They're like, well, let's create our own mutants, like another different kind of mutants. So let's just call them Inhumans. And that's the Inhumans were mutants, but just rebranded essentially. Right. Now they're all now because mutants are owned and they're like, oh cool, yeah, let's talk about them all over again. Now that's why they're like, well, I guess we have Inhumans and mutants now. But since the introduction of comics, it's always been, what was it? Since like the Eternals planted whatever on Earth, it was always humans and mutants were side by side. I think in Skrulls, I think was the other one too.
Right.
Would you guys remove White Vision or do more with him? That's a good question because we've done nothing with White Vision.
They did nothing.
Still,
even in the show, they didn't really do.
We didn't do anything with with.
I think
Wanda,
it's interesting to have a Vision that is just kind of like a blank slate, but he still kind of remembers things. It's apparent towards the end that he's thinking, like, I don't know. There's something there that like he still kind of remembers. So flesh that out. I don't think you can flesh out in this though. Like having it just be like a tease for the future for sure, but he should show up again in the future. In like, I don't know. Well, we're I guess Doctor Strange.
He should have been Doctor Strange somehow. I think what should have been. I think here's what happens. I think WandaVision 100%. And I'm gonna put this up here. Actually, this is gonna be the biggest note I think of it. This needs to be the prequel of Doctor Strange 2, like wholeheartedly. Like,
yeah.
This was, but it didn't even feel like it. It felt like because even like Marvel like fans, people that love everything, but they didn't understand. There's like Wanda did just jump from 0 to 100, but they're like, well, the post credits, like if the entire point of WandaVision to say like, oh, Wanda was bad was all in the post credit in that 2-second scene, that's not enough to set up an entire goddamn movie. Like that was not enough. She went from like they were trying to like make her sympathetic, which by the way, Gore, let's fix this while we're here. While we're removing the dumbass boner joke, we're gonna also remove the they'll never know.
Oh yeah, they'll never know what you sacrificed for them. Like, what the fuck? Immediately made me not like that character.
Ruined a lot.
I already was not like totally on her character. I was like, all right, well, she's fine, I guess. But because there's not much to a lot of these newer characters too. That's my problem with some of these characters.
They just get introduced.
They get introduced and that's about it. Like, so I don't really care about this character, Monica, at all. So when she said that, I'm like, well, I definitely don't like it now. That was a stupidest fucking thing you could have said.
And that's covering
literally enslaved everybody. Yeah. And I saw some people bring up like, well, maybe she meant like what she sacrificed in the long run because she saved people in Infinity War and fucking Endgame. I'm like, no, you don't say that right after she literally just enslaved people.
Yeah, so like
and also let's not forget that in the beginning of Civil War, accidentally she killed some people. So
right. So
or
that's
at
the
least
thing.
injured people. I think they said people died.
I understand that's what they were trying to go for it. However, that completely offsets what literally happens to Wanda 2 seconds later. So it's
Yeah,
again,
it's for the little dummies in the audience, so they don't go, "Oh no, oh she did a bad thing." A character comes up and said, "Don't worry, you did a bad thing, but you also did a good thing." I'm like, "Oh, she is still good." Like, what the
right.
fuck?
So
It's the same dumbasses on for Doctor Strange too, where like, no, I mean, they should have just listened or whatever. Like, oh, so everybody deserves to die. Oh, but I mean, she's a mother. So like, okay, the fuck does that mean?
I think what would have been a really sick idea, and we'll touch more about this when we get to Doctor Strange. I think would have been sick as hell is if Multiverse of Madness was like Mad Max in the multiverse,
Right.
where it was like White Vision's chasing after them, Wanda's chasing after them. Maybe they collide in some sort of way, and there's that weird like, oh look, distract each other or some shit.
Right.
But that should have been it. It should have been like a chase through the multiverse.
That would be like Maeve telling Homelander, they'll never know what you sacrificed for them after he doesn't tell people about the plane. God damn.
And Homelander be like, I'll go fuck.
I'd be like, oh yeah, someone else joined. What was that? Who was that? Someone
was
joined
that?
in this, by the way. I don't know if he knows.
Did they?
But yeah. Oh, watch out. I don't know. Who did you give the link to?
It was in the Discords though.
No, you sent it to me in
It
private.
was it was on the Blue Rubies one. So
okay. Oh.
fucking David.
Anyway, it's David.
Yeah.
He's gonna put some like really offensive.
Put
right
me in there.
now. Anyway. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Yeah, I was gonna reference Watchmen, the end of Watchmen. But I don't want to spoil it. So anyway, not the show, the book. And
I think White Vision should have also been introduced earlier, like not like a last episode thing. It should have been like an episode.
First of all,
like...
switch his name, Albino Vision. I don't like it. I don't like White Vision. That sounds a little racialist. Also, White Vision sounds like some shit the KKK would say. So I don't really like. I see my White Vision. Like,
I think
was there only 7 episodes, or was there 9?
He was introduced in 8 because he was the end of 8, right?
Yeah. I know he was introduced at the end of. Is there 9 episodes?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So end of 8. You're right.
So I say
right
introduce
at the
him
end,
earlier.
The post-credit scene.
They should introduce earlier because we only got him at the intro,
which would be really weird. I didn't even think about this. Most people probably shut off. Not most people, but I'm sure a good amount of people shut the episode off right when the credits started because at that point there was no post-credit scene. So it was like, all right, well, there's probably not going to be anymore. So at the end of episode 8, when they have the post-credit scene, if you missed that, and then next week it just starts with a White Vision, you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, where did this come from?
So yeah, I think we introduced him a little earlier, make him more of an antagonist because all we got it was the dumb he grabs Wanda and then he gets taken out. Then they have a fucking verbal battle, and then he's just like, "All right, I'm gonna go," and then leaves.
Right. Yeah, my planet needs me.
So
SpongeBob, Noah Simpson.
You know what? I think we also do this. Bring Doctor Strange in on those ads. Do you remember those ads that they mentioned that he was supposed to be in?
No, I don't.
So those ads, the ones that you see in the show, that was originally planned that Doctor Strange was sending those ads to.
I know he was supposed to be in the show. They wanted another white guy in there or some shit.
They were like, we didn't want to overshadow Wanda in her own show. But I'm like, fuck that.
That's not what they said. They said
really?
We don't need another man to fucking overshadow her or something.
No.
They said something really fucking stupid.
Wonderful.
I'm like, all right, cool. But it's okay when you get the white lady to go into the Doctor Strange show or movie and then fucking completely overshadow him. That's okay though.
And chase the brown girl.
Yeah, chase the brown girl. The white guy saving the brown girl, except he didn't. At the end, she saved him. To be fair.
Hell yeah. So
she saved everybody.
I think this is good right here. I think this is a good start. So
that's a good start.
WandaVision needs to be a straight up prequel to Doctor Strange 2. This needs to be the prologue. It wasn't. It felt like its own specific show just for Wanda, but then it didn't even connect properly. It was so disjointed from the end of her like, oh cool, I'm so strong and I took out Agatha, whatever. And then all of a sudden she's evil as shit in Doctor Strange 2. That was jarring even with the fucking post credit. That wasn't enough.
Yeah. Because at the end, you'd think she's supposed to learn
That's what it was
from her
implied.
mistakes. Yeah, but
Um,
no. I get the Book of Shit Shanty, or
Darkhold.
it's called. Oh no, the Book of Ashanti is the other book that they're
Yeah.
trying to get, and then it gets destroyed instantly.
Which cool.
Yeah, like cool. That was a waste of fucking time. And then at the end, it's just like believe in yourself. Like what the fuck?
They even do cool. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
This should just got Sam Raimi to write this. At least it would have been funny.
Yeah.
Like goddamn.
Anyway. Anything else of this? I think that's fine. Otherwise,
that's fine. WandaVision is like the start of this, so I feel like taking the longest to really start this phase is right.
This is already planting a lot of seeds. What we're going to talk about later on, so that's fine.
Yeah. So let's get to the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay. So I'm on next page now.
Okay.
And I'll put this in here a second. Let me.
I think is it Falcon and Winter Soldier or the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think.
Who gives a shit?
I'm gonna put that. Doesn't matter.
Oh, it's Captain America.
Cap, baby. Okay.
Yeah.
The main points we have to hit for sure is just Val showing up at the end. That's fine. Obviously, Sam becoming Captain America.
Captain America. Yeah.
And
all right. Actually, okay. What was the last?
No, go for it.
No, I guess you have to also introduce John Walker, and I want to fix some things about him.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. One thing I want to fix immediately is change the whole premise of why the shield.
So let me get this down real quick because there's a lot of ideas I have. So premise.
It's gonna take a long time. This video. We're already about 30 minutes in. So
maybe this could be like a two-parter. We can come back to it.
Yeah.
This saves. Premise, villain, and then what was the other thing I was gonna say?
More Baron Zemo dance scenes. Yeah, I'm good with that. Baron Zemo was a highlight of this show.
Yeah, he should have been more. That was
I always said Baron Zemo is like one of my favorite villains.
So let's do that first because you mentioned that
Zemo,
the premise of the show. They swear they didn't. I do not believe them. They swear they didn't change the premise, and this was the idea of it. I don't believe that for a second. This was a disease-centered show. Then they got cold feet because of COVID and swapped the entire thing around, and it was so disjointed because of that. And they swear, no, we didn't change it. It's bullshit. They did.
Where would they even fit a disease plot?
So, but when they found Maggie, or was it? Or is her name?
Who?
What's her name? Carly.
Sharon?
Carly.
Okay.
When they found her, she was in the back of that truck with the.
Yeah.
So that was
she gives
supposed to
that really
be
stupid ass smile.
That was supposed to be vaccines or something. Okay. They had an actress that was a prominent named actress, only played dead in one episode. She had a more prominent role. That girl that it was the aunt or whoever. Remember there? It's so vague now. It's been so long, but. There was a scene.
Aunt? What?
There was a scene of some older. No, it wasn't even. It was like some older woman.
Yeah. Her yeah.
I forget what it is. That woman,
her like mother figure or something. Yeah. She's just dead. Okay.
She is an actual named and prominent actress.
I didn't realize who it was.
Yeah,
I think you see the dead body.
It was like I think performed, but she was like a prominent one, and it was like
it was Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, but she was supposed to have more, but that was literally all she played as. And there's a lot of ADR in this show.
Yeah.
So what the thing is people are saying is that it was supposed to be, and I think there was a comic about this, which is why people connected 100%. This was a story about disease, and it's supposed to be they're not really terrorists, but they're trying to like steal heist vaccines from the rich and give to there and stuff like that, and they get more brutal as it, which makes more sense when you piece it together. But then obviously COVID happened. There was rewrites and it got choppy because whatever they're doing now, the flag smashers and this shit, it's so fucking lame, I think. And they went out and said, they asked him, like, no, it didn't change. This is where we met. I'm like, that's bullshit. 100% is bullshit. So I think with that, we changed the fucking premise.
Well, I'm going to change the premise to completely remove the flag smashers, or because we don't need them at all, and they will not come back at all. They won't even reference them. I assure you. No,
it's a one and done. So change the premise.
Change the premise and not only the premise, but just completely remove the fucking most of the side characters, like almost all of them, honestly. Besides John Walker, like I don't even think Sharon should be in this. I feel like Sharon should be in the next Captain America
Fuck, I
movie.
forgot she was even in that.
Yeah. Like,
Which
I guess,
think,
but I guess you can introduce her here, but I feel like really doing something with her later on in the Captain America movie.
Here's my issue with
she's
that.
just kind of thrown in there.
Here's my issue with that. Is I think, for whatever reason, they really kind of throw Steve Rogers under the bus in a few of these things. Which
I was like, what the fuck? They do the same thing with Tony Stark. Like, motherfucker sacrificed himself, and people are still really like, eh. Like, well, even the She-Hulk trailer, she takes a shot at fucking Tony Stark. I'm like, what's...
So if you remember, there was a few moments.
Won't even be alive if he wasn't here.
There was a few moments that they specifically the reason why I say this.
Yeah.
It was or what's her name again?
Carly?
No. The girl that should have been Captain America.
Sharon?
Yeah. She was like, yeah, no one checked on me while I was gone no one checked on me during the blip. And it's like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, there's no way in hell fucking
Steve Rogers would have checked on you.
Especially after he mouth fucked you that one fucking time in Civil War. Come on, Mal. Come on, they give it a little kissy is bullshit.
I thought they needed to make the power broker twist make sense unless they expand upon it in Thunderbolts. It's going to
That's what I was gonna say. I'm going to switch what I said. Sharon should be in it, but she should be the main villain. Like, the entire time, they don't know who the villain is. They don't know who it is. The power broker, the same thing they did there. But that should have been the main villain, and that's it. No flag smashers. And if they want to put it like a side thing there, like what Hawkeye did with the fucking, what are they called? The tracksuit mafia or whatever.
Yeah,
just like little characters for the characters to fight along the way until they find the actual villain, then that's fine. But even having what's his name from fucking Winter Soldier, the fucking one goon guy,
yeah,
the French dude, was he French? I think. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I forgot his name, but the one where he throws a chair and somehow stops Captain America's shield from hitting him. Anyway,
no. So here's the thing:
kicks a chair into the Captain America. Shield could go through wall like actual stone, and he kicks a fucking wooden chair or one of those plastic chairs.
It cut fucking Captain Carter in goddamn half.
Yeah.
Batrock says, or Nick says Batrock. Yeah. So here's the thing, and it's funny going back to new rock stars because even Eric Voss was like, "There's no way Sharon's a power broker. That'd be the dumbest twist." Sharon's the power broker.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna do some scroll shit. I'm sure, like a lot of people were even suggesting that's what's happening.
But
I'm sure they'll do it. I don't think it'd be a good idea to just keep going. Oh, everybody scrolls. Fuck it. Yeah, because then they could just. I mean, that is definitely what Marvel would do at this point.
They're setting it up.
Have it so everybody could be a scroll. Fucking they could just drop that out of nowhere.
Well, that's the funny thing about Skrulls and Kang is literally Marvel's kind of covering their ass. They're like, oh, that's an inconsistency with that. And they're like, oh, it's Kang. Oh, that character's acting funny.
It's Skrull.
Oh, it was Skrull.
It was Skrull.
Skrull and Kang are the two retcons you can fix anything with, apparently.
Captain America comics. Sometimes you might have said something a little racist. That was a Skrull.
So throwing Steve under that, it was Sharon, and then it was not knowing it was a black Captain America. Like
all right. I get what they're doing. I totally get it. With the no one will respect the black Captain America. I think it would have been a much better premise if he was just Captain America and they didn't address that people would be like upset about it. Especially since they didn't even do that. The only person that was upset about Black Captain America was another black man.
So
that was like the only one they showed actually being upset about it.
Here's the thing. I agree with you. They didn't do anything on it.
They did
but those moments with him were, I think, the best moments in the show. I think it was the talks they had of him, the frustration he felt, and I think the ending where they had that little memorial area for him was the best part. I thought personally, but they didn't do anything with it. So that was one of the things I mentioned, or I just wrote down right now was I think this whole I don't know if I like the idea it could be fixed or we can adjust it. Is the whole Sam being skeptical of the shield, because I hate how different
at
that
is. At the end game, he's just like, I'll do you proud or whatever. And then he's like, no, I don't want it. I'm like, what the
if we're not rewriting it, and that's the thing, we're only touching phase 4, we're not rewriting after it, or
Endgame is
set. So we're
Yeah.
not. If we could fix that or fix, I don't even think. But if we go back, we'd be like, all right, let's show Sam with hesitation, like being like, I don't know if I could do this, and it's like, okay, but there's not. He like accepts it. He even has that whole like
Yeah.
heroic like.
Well, he does. He does at one point say like, if it feels like it doesn't belong to me. Or
Yeah,
something
but
like
then
that.
he
And he's like,
accepts it afterwards.
yeah. So I'll do my best. He says. Yeah.
Yeah, but then we start off and immediately, which the reason why is like I'm not 100,000% against it because Bucky was pissed about that, and I'm like, cool, Bucky gets it because he's like, what the fuck? Steve gave you the fucking shield, you accepted it, and you just said no, like, and then you give it away. What the fuck?
It made Falcon's character a little less likable.
It made me like, it's just a weird undermining of like,
especially since like Falcon's like, nah, I won't do it, but this Carly girl who's a terrorist and murders people, yeah, I'm gonna hold her all dramatically, heroically at the end, like, oh no, what could we have done to fix this? I'm like, how about this? You could have killed her a few episodes ago when she fucking murdered people. You could have just popped her right in her fucking head because she deserved it. Because she's first of all, a terrible character and a terrible person.
So I'm gonna put in here, we need more Bucky in general. I think the two best things about the show, I think, one were the moments with I forget his name, but it was Black Cat America. It was when they were doing that stuff and those talks. I think they were good. The second, I love the moments between Sam and Bucky. They're like yeah,
they're good moments.
Those are good moments, and they could have spent more time bonding because they were like clashing hard, and they had like a really good rejoice at the end. I'm like,
yeah, that one flashback with Bucky.
The flashbacks were so fucking good, dude.
All right, this is one thing I want to change. I get the what are their names? The Dormammu or Dormammu, whatever the fuck it's called.
Dormammu.
The Black Panther.
Dormammu, you got it.
Dormammu. This is one thing I want to change because you have Michonne in there. I forgot her character's name. Okoye.
Yeah, Okoye.
And she's not just stoic and that's it. She actually had a personality in Black Panther. You know what I mean?
Like, was Okoye in it? I thought it was some other one.
No, she's not in this. No. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm not done. She's not just like angry. You know, she has a personality. Is what I'm trying to say. So you have the other one here. I forgot her name. She's the one that's like has a stare. Let me say, she looks like she's pissed all the time. Immediately when she shows up, she's already like throwing spears at people and shit.
Could have killed them.
Like, huh?
She could have killed them.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
And
we should have killed John Walker if he didn't fucking react.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Be like, whoa.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
But like they come in so aggressively. I'm like, I don't.
And I agree.
I get it, but like.
Correct me if I'm wrong. In Black Panther, they were very hesitant on fighting people. Like they tried their best to talk it out. Even when they were like fighting hard, ready to kill, they were like, we don't have to do, like, they were very collected. And that was what you always thought of, is that's like the upper echelon of warriors of Wakanda. They are smart, strong, and collected. They like will reason things out. And they were like talking. Yeah, John Walker had that fucking like, he has the ego
threw
thing.
A spear at him. Like, what the fuck?
He was like, he had ego. Like, hey, I'm. But it's like, okay, who cares if he's throwing an ego? Like, just talk him down.
It wasn't even like ego. It was for John Walker. It was more like it was obviously he was more stressed, if anything.
Yeah, like
because he just got the Captain America role thrown on him. And he's like, all right, I guess I'm ready. And then nobody's taking him seriously. So it's just like, well, fuck. I don't have the super soldier serum too, so I can't rely on that at that point. I mean, I guess at that point he did, but like earlier in the series where he's like, "Do you know who I am?" Like, stuff like, which I want to remove that line completely because that came out of nowhere. I feel like his character shouldn't have any of that. He should just be a soldier trying to do his best, kind of like Cap was doing.
I think instead of saying
more mistakes,
let me put that in there because I think we adjust that, and I think we can go through and adjust individual lines if we remember the specific lines. It's important, I think. Do you know?
Yeah. Do you know who I am? He's like, yes, and I don't care, or whatever.
I think instead of
if he was truly a villain, like everybody was on Twitter saying he was, then he would probably just fucking killed that one dude anyway. But no, of course not.
Do you think this is cheesy if he just said, I am Captain America, and then he just goes, no, you're not, or something like that?
That would be way cheesier.
I'm trying to think of a way to figure that out, because I understand what they're trying to go for, but I want a different way of phrasing it, but we can just remove it, I guess.
Yeah, I think remove it, honestly. Okay. Like, just have that scene where he's talking to one guy trying to find out where Carly is, or not Carly. I guess we're removing Carly. So actually, just remove that entire scene. Maybe he's trying to find out who the power broker is, and then
Yeah, we'll just
something
remove,
else happens.
yeah.
Let's
So
just remove that.
let me.
They're all going after the power broker instead of the flag smashers. We focus more on the power broker because power broker is
Focus
going to do something
on
evil. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a disease. Maybe it's the disease that we're going to add that back in.
Power
if you want.
broker is making money on these vaccines for this
Yeah,
disease.
for this
It doesn't need to
disease.
be that fucking complicated.
Yeah, and only the power broker knows the vaccine, and maybe like they have to really hurry before this disease that was probably manufactured or whatever it spreads more or whatever.
Yeah, I think the show is built. I'm gonna put this note down too. This is about Sam and Bucky. Everything else is on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, the main plot is not. It's called Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's not called Falcon, Winter Soldier, and the disease.
Yeah,
So,
like I think that's the problem is well, everything else, like, sure, Ms. Marvel, it's called Ms. Marvel because you get that, but
yeah.
this, we know both
It's
these
still about her,
characters, both these characters are still growing, and we're trying to get them from side characters to main characters. So therefore, I want to see them develop with something else, and we don't need to make, because there's so many. There's 3 different routes. Like, no, is it 4? I guess because Val, they have John Walker, Power Broker, and Flag Smash.
Yeah.
Like 4 fucking things in there.
Yeah, sure. The Val is
I know it's not really, but it's
and also it's connected to John Walker.
Sure, so 3, but even at 3,
yeah.
And then kind of like they're also battling with racism and the government. It's like everything is so.
You have to do better. Let's
remove that line.
Let's just get rid of that entire speech, because whoever wrote that was just like, I need to do one of those empowering speeches.
It felt like a Facebook
I know
post.
the audience are a bunch of 8-year-olds, so
it felt like
I need to write it like it's a fucking Clifford the Big Red Dog fucking like, you know, whenever like one of those books has a message, you know, like,
right.
Do better, government. That's a naughty government. Do better.
It felt like a very angry Facebook post.
Yeah.
Which again, it would like, maybe it would have made sense if Sam made suggestions, but he's like, just do better. All right, how?
No, yeah, no suggestions. And also, like, they were talking about like giving like food and stuff to like people that just like blip back in and stuff, and shelter or whatever. Because that's all that was about with the Flag Smashers. Like, oh, we had places, and then people blipped in, and now we don't have places anymore, and food and stuff. It's just like, it's a little bit more complicated than that. We can't just like make food poof in. Like, people poofed in, but we can't make room. We can't just throw people out of places they've been in for a few years just because the people that used to be there are now back.
That's a whole.
It's so complicated. You can't just go do better.
Thing. But maybe that could have been if this was a more focused thing. But there's so many different fucking things they're trying to do in here. It's like, no,
I know. Make it simple. Don't even fucking mention, honestly. For this show, don't even. You can mention it, but don't even like make it a big part of the story. The blip. Don't even fucking try.
Maybe how about this? Maybe the reintroduction, and I think this is what it was. The reintroduction of all these people brought a lot of disease back. Therefore, they have to amp up the vaccine creation. Therefore, the power broker has to is selling this shit for money. Yeah. And there you go. That's it.
Right.
I'll put that.
What's up, Aria, by the way?
Let me.
That's a at backy, right?
Yeah. Do you want to read what Nick said real quick, and I'm gonna type this out?
While we're talking about removing stuff, I personally hated "Is this man bothering you?" and it pissed me off a lot.
That was the when they were out by the cops. Remember when they?
Oh yeah, the cop. Oh yeah. Ugh.
You know,
so I like, again. You can put that stuff in there. That's fine, but it's so like.
It was baby's first
police racial profiling,
racial injustice talk. It was baby's first one.
I'm sure a fucking little baby boy, you know, a little idiot, because all kids are stupid. No offense if you're a kid, but you're stupid. You'll get smart. But I'm sure all of them were like, oh, he's being mean because he's black or whatever. It was like. Like,
you know,
the MCU has had some great stuff in the past, like some legitimately well-written stuff. All of Thanos' stuff in Infinity War, and that was only a couple years before this, was all very well written, and the dialogue is great, and it's not beating you over the head with like obvious shit. It's just it's made for a little bit more intelligent of people. I'm not saying it's like fucking like, you know, it's not the best dialogue ever.
Film.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean. There's more movies than just A24. Okay, come on. How about Neon?
There you go.
That's a good one too.
It's not a
But yeah,
John Wick film.
it's not Quentin Tarantino's dialogue. You know, it's not gonna be like multi-layered, but it's just so much better than you gotta do better. Carly, stop being bad. Like, oh, I can't. They don't understand anything besides explosions.
Again,
what the fuck?
Get
an actress that's a little bit more charismatic. I don't hate that actress, but I don't know, man.
I think
she's supposed to be threatening. I'm like, huh? Okay.
The fact that
and also they weren't warriors before. How come they take a super soldier serum and now they can fight?
Right.
I mean, I get you're stronger now, but like that doesn't mean you now know. Like it's not Matrix. You just learn kung fu or some shit. Like whatever.
I get that
they beat up Bucky at one point.
They touch on everything, but they do it all mediocrely. That doesn't really ever reach any height. So if they were gonna do the racial profiling thing, it could have been done a lot better and less in your face. It could have been something like maybe they got a call, they rolled up here and they said, "Oh, Captain America," and then someone pulls up. I don't know. I'm making something up, but it's not gonna be as good as
well, they could just had the police come in and start shooting immediately. Fuck it.
But they could have been like, "We got a call here," but it's because what made that worse was, oh, you're Falcon. Oh, I didn't know. It was like,
can I get an autograph? Doesn't he ask that?
Yeah, something like that. It was like, he's
an
Avenger.
Falcon's like, hell no, honky.
You really just you didn't recognize whatever.
Yeah, you didn't recognize Falcon, the motherfucker that has one of the only costumes that doesn't cover his face almost at all.
Yeah, right.
Like only his eyes are covered. Like everybody else, Iron Man has a full thing. Captain America has half his fucking face covered. Nobody knows who Bucky is really. Black Panther, never see his face. Fuck all these characters. Hulk, I mean, you only see him as the green guy. So it's like, I guess Black Widow's the only.
So,
but she's supposed to be a spy.
I think.
Yeah. I think we just remove Falcon and Winter Soldier and just do a Captain America movie. That would have been better. Change the title to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Make him Captain America immediately, and then they go on an adventure. They bond. They become good friends. They learn about the power broker. I guess they can make it Sharon if you want. I don't think it's gonna matter in the long run.
Here's the
honestly,
thing.
This power broker. Maybe even have her be the power broker. You find out in episode 4, and then it's like they have to kill her at one point. Like she has to do it because everybody, maybe not everybody forgot her. Cap, they put a piece of dialogue where Cap tried to help her, and then it just didn't work out because of everything that was going on. He tried, but he was also what? Go ahead.
Because this is some bullshit that you're going to try to pull, and obviously, how about they kill Sharon? They find out it's a Skrull.
No, I said earlier I don't want that to happen. I don't want everybody's a Skrull. Fuck it, magic.
Because they're gonna. But I'm
saying
some
J.J. Abrams fucking mystery box shit.
But they're going. That's what I'm saying. Is you gotta implant seeds somewhere somehow because it's gonna happen. That's just the whole Secret Invasion is gonna be.
But they already did that in WandaVision.
Oh yeah,
this would be the second show in a row where someone ends up being a fucking Skrull.
I forgot about that. So here's my biggest thing is what do we make about Sam's acceptance of the shield? I say he accepts it. I say maybe
I think it's better.
Go ahead. No, you do your thing.
I'm sorry. No, I think it's better that he accepts it, but he can't. He's not. I mean, he's not a super soldier. He just can't fucking do it.
But he can't keep up.
And he's way. Yeah, he can't keep up, and he's way more accustomed to being Falcon. And he's tried. Like they can even have an action scene in the beginning, not the one that they have, obviously, with him just being Falcon. But he could have be like I don't know, stopping a bank robbery, just something random. And he's trying with the shield, but he just cannot fucking make it work.
How about this? How about he I actually like that idea right there. So he stops a bank robbery.
Yeah, something like that. A lot of movies start off with bank robberies.
How about this?
But
he isn't elegant with the shield.
No.
And let's say he gets shot. He gets hit in the shoulder.
Yeah, he gets shot or something, and then they cut like maybe a few months later. After he recovers or something. Maybe not a few months, but like a couple months later.
But that shows like he's like, oh, remember, this is just a regular dude.
And because he can't use the shield well, they got away or something, and maybe even someone else got hurt or something.
Maybe that's
where he could have been Falcon, and he could have stopped them because he's more accustomed to that.
How about this is the beginning of the Power Broker? They're stealing some shit.
Sure. Okay. Power Broker's there. Or maybe not the Power Broker themselves.
Or he stops a break-in or something.
You find out later that they're associated with the Power Broker. Like he doesn't know who they are first. Maybe they're stealing something, not just bank robbers. They're stealing like some chemical to
I say he stops a break-in. Whatever, how it happens, who the fuck cares? But it's a break-in.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
So
I think that's way better. Besides racism.
How about that? And then so he gets that. And then how about this?
I'll show him.
After this, how about he forfeits a shield here?
Yeah. And he stops. He gets shot. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
I think he forfeits shield right there because in that way he'll induct it, and then Bucky's like, "What the fuck? You get shot once and you're fucking out."
What do you? I was just wondering. What do you teach in school? Yeah.
Oh, did I misspell
it? I was just wondering. There you go. Come on, man. Don't you like Pokemon? Did you pick Shield?
Pick Sword.
Oh, there you go. Sword.
But no, I think he forfeits Shield there, and that's how you get that. Because I don't like the fact that he just gave it up right away. I think that's lame.
Yeah, no, I that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't have that scene at all. We should have a scene where he forfeits it, but not the scene they did where he's just like, nah, racism, and then he just like puts away. It should be like more character driven besides real world driven, because this is not the real world. I don't care how many times they try to do it. There's no way. This world in the MCU is too fucking goofy for me. In a day, we're gonna have a show about I am Groot, fucking Groot, fucking farting on a different planet, like with goofy animals. And next year, Guardians of the Galaxy will come out, which will be more of the same shit. So it's just like I can't, I cannot accept.
And I agree with you because it's hard to fathom that we live in a world where half the population got fucked up, where aliens are a thing, where all these people, where people are still like, "Hey, you're black, fuck you." Like,
you. I hate this guy.
Here's the thing, though. I really like that idea that they could pursue that, but I just don't think they're not elegant enough of doing it. That's the problem I'm having.
You know who did it well, very, very well, is Marvel Netflix. They did it well because with Luke Cage, Luke Cage was really, first season was really good. I didn't hear the.
I need to watch those shows eventually.
Luke Cage did well because it was subtle enough, and Luke Cage was a strong enough character, not just muscles, but he was a strong character, and you understood, and he was a very much, he wasn't like like Captain America. He was like he was a street hero, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like he's just saving little like bodegas and shit, like oh, here's a deli getting attacked. Not every fucking Marvel show and movie is like, we need to stop them because they're going to end the world. Everything is end the world shit, which is why I like Miss Marvel, because it's not really end the world shit. It was just like, even though it was, but like it didn't feel as dramatic as like Moon Knight and fucking all these other ones where like big battles. Yeah, like the ending of Miss Marvel is Home Alone shit, and then they have that one moment where like things have to explode for a second.
So real quick, before you get in there, April, they do touch on it with Killmonger. So yeah, we don't need to keep retreading over and over again. And
Killmonger
I agree with you.
Was good, even though his plan was.
I think before we move on to the one last big note about this, I'm gonna say make this more, and he said this, of a street level threat.
Yeah. That would have been great. Like have him, especially after getting shot and having to recover or whatever, make it so that he just does.
He is like I fought aliens. I kind of want to just help.
Yeah, I would do Spider-Man shit. That's what Spider-Man likes to do. That's why I love the ending of No Way Home, because it's just gonna be like, oh, he's gonna go do a little crime, solve.
Ideally, in a good world, we'll see if they fucking do it. I know Gore has no hope, but
no, they're not gonna do it.
Spider-Man and Daredevil just do street level stuff.
Yeah, man. Daredevil's gonna fight God at the end of fucking She-Hulk. So.
He's gonna fight a cat on the first episode and kill God the last one.
Yeah, it's gonna be some JRPG shit. No, it's gonna be. I assure you, when that Daredevil show comes out, it's gonna be nothing like the show before it. it's gonna be exactly like every other one of these MCU shows where it's like it starts off, oh, we're just doing lawyer shit, you know. I mean, that's gonna have 12 episodes, so they might actually let it
18.
breathe a little bit. 18. That's right. No, which one's 12? Maybe I'm thinking of Andor. Never mind, that's Star Wars. I'm actually blown away that they're actually giving these shows more episodes. I mean, that makes me think every episode's gonna be about 10 minutes long, but still, we'll see. But I'm sure Daredevil's gonna be real.
You
short,
would think,
like
hey, just keep it exactly the same. People wanted it back for a reason, but
yeah,
what
like even Daredevil when it wasn't amazing was better than every one of these MCU shows.
Yep.
Like when the second half of season 2 was weaker than the first half, without a doubt, but it was still better than all of these MCU shows. Like honestly, all of them.
If I said that, faith, they'll at least keep most of the same feel as the original. I hope.
I hope if it keeps up the season 1, season 3 fucking level of quality, it's gonna be good.
You know what? This just comes from someone that hasn't seen Daredevil. I was about to start it, but I got distracted right away. But I'm going to watch that. But
watch Daredevil, watch Jessica Jones season 1. Even though I heard 2 and 3 are okay. Jessica Jones season 1. Watch Luke Cage season 1,
and then
don't watch
all
any of
Iron Fist.
Yeah, go ahead, have fun.
And Defenders.
I'm
a good time.
The immortal. I'm the mortal Randy Dan.
I heard Agents of Shield actually wasn't bad eventually.
Eventually,
but I'm not gonna watch all the episodes.
That's not even gonna matter in the future. So
no. All right. Well, there's still one more thing we gotta touch on.
Yeah.
John Walker.
Okay. John Walker's character is probably the most interesting of the show, honestly. Like, because everybody hated him. I remember when every episode was coming out, everybody hated him. I hate this fucking pasty white bastard. I hate him.
Which, you know what? That's funny because that's kind of how the show in universe was, right?
Yeah.
We're like, fuck this guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Like he's just, like
exactly. That's why when the first episode ended, and he was like smiling. He was like whatever, and the camera. He was in Captain America gear. He's holding the shield. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I love the actor, by the way, Wyatt Russell. He's great. He's
really
Kurt
good.
Russell's son. Kurt Russell's son. But I really love this character because the second episode like immediately made him a human. Like he's talking to his wife. I think his wife. I don't think they ever address if it's his wife. I'm assuming so because she's always there. So it'd be a little weird. I guess it could be his friend, I don't know, girlfriend. Yeah, he's just like I don't know if I'm ready for this or whatever. Like it like immediately makes him a human, and then the rest of the show just shits on him. I feel like Sam and Bucky hate him. Yeah, it was very dumb. Like even like at points when John Walker's helping them, like when he comes in on the helicopter and fucking helping him with Carly, dude. Fucking Sam loves fucking Carly way more than he ever liked John Walker. And John Walker didn't try to kill him, even when he fucking remember when they took the shield from him.
Yep.
They beat his ass and took the shield from him. Do you remember what he said right before they started interrogating him and trying to get him to give him the shield?
No, what they say
after he lost his best friend.
What they say again?
He right when they come in to get the shield from John Walker. John Walker's like, "Hey, you guys okay? You need medical attention?" Like he's like still worried about them, even though he just lost his friend. His friend just died in front of him, and then he got filmed murdering a terrorist.
Dude, so
immediately the terrorist, it wasn't the one who killed him, but
so I wrote down a couple of things on here. Let's jump on that real quick because we all mentioned him. We lost his black best friend. Remember that, by the way. I'm not trying to be weird about that, but like it's a show about racial profiling and saying that no one gave a fuck.
No.
About him.
No.
He died.
They didn't have a memorial.
He died from a terrorist.
Yeah.
And no one gave a fuck about him.
Did they even do like a thing like because he's popular, Captain America, right? They keep doing interviews with him, and every time he does an interview, doesn't he talk about what was his friend's name? His nickname, Battlestar. So like he always talk about Battlestar as like his sidekick or whatever. Was there a fucking moment where they even like did a tribute? Like,
nope.
We lost it. Maybe there was briefly. I'm like because he goes to his friend's family, be like, I can't believe I'm glad you were there, John.
Even character wise, it's not done. But remember, he's black in a show about racial profiling.
I want to say at that point he might be the first person to die of any significance. It's like right, like the drug guy, the guy that well, he wasn't really significant. You know, the guy that was making the super soldier serum,
No
and
one gave
then
a fuck about him. Yeah.
Zemo just shot his ass in the face. Yeah, of significance. That's like what episode 4, and I think that's the first one to die. Like he's the first one to die, and nobody cares.
And he was
I think
cool. I
people
liked
care-
him.
Yeah, I liked him too. I like those two together. I
That
was like, man,
that was such
they should
a
make
nice,
them. They should make them the fucking.
that was
stars.
such a nice contrast. I felt like to
Right.
Bucky and Sam. How
Yeah.
it was like, hey, Sam and Bucky, get the fuck over your shit. Here's John Walker. Here's Battlestar. They're chilling. They're friends. They're doing their thing. Get the fuck over it, y'all. Y'all gotta save some shit.
They should have did that. They should have really had a scene where like both Bucky and Sam are noticing that those two are real chums. Like maybe they're just like talking about old times or whatever, and notice like, hey, those two are cool. How come we're fucking bickering like assholes? Like, and that should have been one moment where they're like, well, maybe we should be cool to each other or something. Like we've known each other for a few years at this fucking point. Like for a long time actually, because 5 years went by. I mean, they both got dusted, I guess. But so I guess that really doesn't matter.
Like
but
that,
they knew
that
each other
put
for
a
a few
big
years. At least.
hamper on my enjoyment of those two
Yeah,
because it's like,
all these notes.
yeah,
This isn't
well,
even fixing.
this I think
this
is
just bitching now.
this I think is the worst written show of Phase 4 by far. Personally, it has 90 different routes.
I think Loki is definitely the worst written show because that one just completely
which is totally gonna be
ruins
we're gonna
characters.
cut this into parts for sure.
Yeah,
but
we have
hey,
to. There's no
I
way.
think this is good so far. I like that idea that they see them like chumming out and they're like, what the fuck? So let's go back to that. So I think Sam Bucky hating John Walker for putting in a role that he didn't ask for.
Yeah.
He was just like, all right, I guess I'll take. He didn't know the history of this and all how it offend everything. He was doing what fucking Steve Rogers would have done, whatever for his country at the beginning, right? He just did it
exactly.
But they were like, oh, you're trying to replace. He's like, and anything he said is like, I'm not trying to replace him. I just want you guys' help. You guys were his friends, so I want to know. I think he literally said that, and they got all pissy. It's like,
yeah.
right,
he's being all like, "Hey, what's up?" He just wants to be buddies with them, pretty much. Like
he wants their help.
Like, hey,
he asked for their help, but I get he wasn't. He made like some line.
He does.
I get he made some line like
yeah, no, he's his wingman, which is not a fucking insult. He said you're Cap's wingman, which is literally the case because he's fucking Falcon. But like wingman is not a bad thing to say. But also, wingman is not your second fiddle.
But
too.
also,
wingman is usually you're on the same, level.
But, also,
as a guy you count on.
Also, Sam Wilson is someone who's like group therapy, and he doesn't listen to fucking someone talk like, hey,
right?
This soldier who won. I remember he went through trauma losing his best friend. We forget about that, I guess. Now we just moved on.
Yeah,
but he doesn't just fucking like listen. Like Sam was. That was the whole point of like an Endgame when Steve Rogers takes that is they're reflecting on because Sam Wilson's like a veteran. He's like talking about all this and filling things out. But he just shuts the shit out of John Walker. He's like, no, I don't want to hear.
No, you call me wingman. Fuck you. You're the one who gave up the shield and then upset that someone else used the shield. Like I get it. They said they're gonna put it in a fucking museum, but like having somebody like a Captain America is especially since we lost like Iron Man, we lost some of these heroes. Like it's good to have another person out there that will be a symbol, and it could have been you. But you gave it the fuck away. It's like it could have been you. I don't care what you say. Like the government, they're all white and evil. Like
see, and that I think is where we fixed this part. Where if we make it that he thinks of his own mortality of him giving up the shield and reflects on that, then it's like, all right,
he can't use it, and because he can't use it, he fucks up. He gets shot.
And then he sees someone else step up. It's like, fuck it, I'll take it then. And he's like,
he wakes up from. I don't know. Maybe he gets really fucked up. He's in a coma because he's still a human. So maybe he's in a coma for a little while. He wakes up and he sees that they gave the shield.
Does some Rick Grimes shit. He wakes up and everything's dead.
Yeah, zombies. That'd be great.
Marvel zombies. There we go.
Yeah, he actually walks out and it's in the same hospital as Rick Grimes.
that I think is good. So either we can fit that in the bottom right corner somewhere. But either way, I think that's a good way that we just I genuinely like that. I think he realizes, so he's like, oh, if I don't step the fuck up, someone else is going to. I gotta do this.
Yeah. Yeah, and Bucky's doing something else, so he's not good doing it. And I don't think anybody would accept Bucky.
Bucky, I like him dealing with his own trauma. That's fine.
Yeah.
We can go an hour route. I think, in fact, if anything, I'll make one last note. I think maybe make that his own route, because they picked it up and dropped it pretty quickly.
Right. They can even make it so that while he's in a coma, Bucky's took the mantle for a little bit, maybe. And it's just not working out because nobody can accept him after all the evil shit he's done. You know?
Because that was people were wondering, right?
Yeah.
People were wondering why didn't Bucky take it?
I mean, forcibly evil, but he still did those things. Like, yeah, like Iron Man wasn't gonna forgive his ass. So, yeah, and Iron Man's such a swell soul.
Yeah, he's so nice.
I mean, he sacrifices. I mean, that's the nicest of nice gestures, is if you sacrifice yourself to save a bunch of people you don't even know.
Yeah, that's true. The people didn't know he was a Winter Soldier because he looks different. He had a mask on during that too.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Fair.
I get it. But at that point, like doesn't a lot of people know he's Winter Soldier?
I like that. You know what though? I liked all the side stuff, because that part where he killed that guy's son just innocently, and he had to go tell the old man again.
Yeah,
that was like,
and we don't even see the reaction, which Disney does this all the time, where someone tells somebody about something evil that happened, you know, and we don't get to see anything else besides like, oh, this happened, and then a character goes, what, and then it cuts. Like they did the same thing in fucking The Last Jedi when they let Luke know that Han Solo's dead. They just cut away before we even see a reaction. Like,
yeah, I think those were so well written moments where just let it sizzle a little bit longer, and that's fine. Like it would have been good
too. Game of Thrones did that. That's not Disney, but I just want to bring that up. Where it's let's let know Jon is a Targaryen off screen. You know, don't worry about it. Or let Sansa know. Everybody, yeah, that was it. Sansa and Arya.
Okay, so I think, are we good here?
I think we're good. Make John Walker don't try to vilify him for no fucking reason. Make him just like a fucking the guy that works along with them. Maybe even if you want, make John Walker somebody that fucks up at one point and really lets them down. Like oh, they're about to get the power broker, and he comes in just trying to not one up, but like really prove himself, and he fucks it up, you know?
So I think this, because I still don't agree with them trying to vilify Steve Rogers, but I think a good way they could have tried to do that elegantly was when they're like, John, you killed that terrorist out in the middle of everyone. And they're like, didn't Steve shoot people and shoot Nazis?
Well,
you know, just like kind of like something elegantly, obviously, but
he killed other people though. Like every time he hits anybody with a shield, they're dead. No,
I think have John Walker.
He's a super soldier, not holding back his strength, hitting people with a what is it called, adamantium? Or no, that's a X-Men.
Or
is that it? What's the shield made of?
It's the
vibranium,
thing.
Right?
Yeah,
vibranium. Adamantium is what Wolverine's skeleton's made of. Same shit. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, it's a fucking what's the one in Avatar? Do you even remember that movie? They're trying to get that rock. They call it like unobtainium.
That's the only thing I know from that fucking movie is unobtainium.
The one thing I always remember is that one character going like, "We need this unobtainium." I'm like, all right, calm down. It's like, I'm the evil rich guy from Aliens, and we need this. It's like, all right.
So
it's the same fucking.
I'm leaving this in there. I know what I want to write, but I'm just gonna leave it there. It's not quite elegantly what I wanted, but Abraham says, "Imagine this being a school and your assignment being this." Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, you'll get people to actually want to pay attention if you do that.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they'll just be like, "Oh, I like it because he throws his shield and it hits the guy."
Crispy Nuggets nailed it. Good lord. Yeah, this is my issue with this show. How long will Loki be?
Loki's fucked, bro. I don't even want to talk about Loki.
Let me see. What do we have next?
We have Loki. Loki's next.
We're at an hour 11. Do you want to just cut here? Or do you want to do Loki and then end it?
How about we save Loki and just talk about Black Widow real quick?
Real quick, because it just skip.
It doesn't. No, we'll skip Loki for now. We'll talk about Black Widow. You know what? We can use this as the reasoning because I think Loki finished right after Black Widow came out. So
So I'm gonna skip slide 4. I'm sorry to put Loki there, but I'm gonna skip slide 4. We'll put that there.
All right,
But
we'll go to
put,
5. Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, put Loki in there though. Put in 4
yeah.
Loki.
And this will be a few parts actually. I don't mind the way we're doing this.
Yeah, this could be a
fine.
series we do. Just every now and then we'll just come back and talk about a couple more fucking shitty movies. And actually, it'd be good if we draw it out a little bit so we could talk about She-Hulk and what they fucked up in that. And then of course, Black Panther. I have a feeling.
Look at slide 1.
Yeah, let me see. What if we fucked the police?
I'm leaving that there for now.
Who put that? Was that
probably?
Oh, you did?
No, I didn't.
That was that Kraken guy, but who is Kraken? Wait, who is in this?
I can look afterwards.
It was David. It was definitely David. It was 100% David.
Yeah, that sounds like a David thing.
Yeah, he says "fuck the police" all the time. So yeah, that has to be him.
Anyway. All right, so we'll do the Black Widow. We'll come back to Loki next episode.
Yeah, and then we'll do Black Widow. Yeah, we'll do Black Widow.
Let's do Black Widow now.
Yeah, this is gonna be quick. Oh, you're gonna like the series for sure, Nick. All right.
Yeah, I think it's
series then.
We're doing this. Yeah. We still have what? We still have.
It's like a vent too. It's like just venting. Talk about this
because we have Shang-Chi.
This shit.
What if? Eternals and Hawkeye coming up.
There you go.
Which, to be fair, I don't know. I think I have more issues with the first ones, but we'll see how it goes. It's not a big deal. All right.
I don't have too many problems with Shang-Chi when it comes to like the overall MCU. So some of those are gonna be quick, I think.
Yeah.
Like even Eternals, like.
But then even if we get by quick, we could talk about the ramifications of putting it all together because that's the whole thing too. All right, Black Widow.
So Black Widow, because Loki and Black Widow have nothing to do with each other. We could make it so that they do. No, because it's a prequel. So I guess Loki is all fucked up with its timeline, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But whatever. All right. Well, all right. So Black Widow, first thing you change, and Crazy Pepperoni said it before, and he says it now. Make it. Well, no, not even that yet. Make it an actual spy movie, because what they made is not a spy movie. They made an MCU movie with Black Widow. Make it an actual espionage movie, a la like James Bond. Everybody wants a female James Bond. This was their chance to make it. They could have easily made a James Bond movie with Black Widow. Natasha Bond, whatever the fuck. But they could have easily did that. But no, they made it. We have to go and save this guy in a prison. Well, we have a couple of spy-ish like tech, but that's about it. Everything else is fucking stupid. Hold on, I can't see some of these, so move them like over here, because the fucking. Can I get the toolbar out of here? How do you make that leave?
I'm not sure.
Do you know? Okay, because it's covering it, so you have to move it here.
Okay,
for me.
That's fine.
So, well, we won't have that.
I need to move it a little bit aside because I'm covering on the screen.
Okay.
So espionage movie, correct?
Yeah. They could have easily made it. I'm not even fucking kidding. I'm sure it's pretty easy to make a spy movie, like a classic one too. Just like, oh, there's a bad guy. You could have a bad guy. Remove this bad guy, but you could have a generic bad guy like that. Like have a Blofelds type of character or whatever. Even make the same character, just a little bit less ridiculous and less I hate women, like I am a Russian bad guy, which by the way, I love Ray Winstone. That guy's great. But he cannot do a fucking Russian accent. He's like a British dude trying to do a fucking accent, or Australian, I think. I don't know, but it's bad. But like you can make it about them trying to overthrow this bad guy that that made the widows and stuff. That's fine, and that's what it should probably be about. But like at no point in the movie did I feel like it was justifying its own existence. Like, and they had to, because they made a fucking Black Widow movie after she's already fucking dead. So like we already know what happens to her. It's not like this is gonna build up to another Black Widow movie.
Well, that's the thing is. Wasn't the idea of what's her name in the fucking who's Florence Pugh's character again?
Yelena.
Yeah, Yelena. She's supposed to be the new Black Widow.
Yeah, but they're not gonna make a movie. They're gonna do the Thunderbolts or whatever. Fuck, Thunderbirds or.
And they put her in Hawkeye, obviously.
Yeah,
but I think.
Yeah, Belova.
So, okay, so really quick, so I can mention that. I already mentioned you could have Taskmaster in, but have her be the mastermind. I don't even know how.
Or, well, okay, if you want to make Taskmaster into a woman, because
I put rewrite Taskmaster. I don't care
that's
what the
fine.
fuck they do with
I
Taskmaster,
don't
but
care
whatever they did in this movie was
Taskmaster's a
dumb.
really cool villain. Really cool. A character that can learn, just say like any kind of like
Taskmaster is dope as hell.
Yeah, it's really cool, and they don't do anything with that. Like, there's one moment where they do kind of Captain America stuff. There's another moment where she's doing Black Widow stuff, but that's about it. Like, she doesn't really learn anything besides that. She's not like replicating a lot of, you know.
See, I don't want Taskmaster to be the mastermind because I want Taskmaster to just be a thing, just a continuous thing in the MCU. Because that's the cool part, is that they keep finding new stuff going on with them, right? I think I lost Gore. While I figure out what's up with Gore. Taskmaster, I think you could have in there, but the issue is that I don't know if I want Taskmaster to be the mastermind or not. There you are.
Nah, that's weird. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. All right. I forgot what I was saying.
So I want Taskmaster to be a thing in the MCU, just a continuous thing, because obviously that's the cool idea, is that you'll just have to keep fighting replicants of whatever your fight style is. I think wasting her to just do this real quick, I don't know if you even want to make her the mastermind, just kind of make her like the henchman.
No, I was saying before I was cut off. I don't know if I'm. So let me know when you can't hear me.
Yeah.
And I'll stop. But what I think they should do is make Taskmaster, he or she, whichever one, the main villain, straight up the main villain, but still have that Russian bad guy as the side.
Uh-oh. I don't know why Gore's getting cut off here. Let me mention the chat super quick. Let's see. Oh, I can't pull that out actually. I'll message him real quick. We'll probably cut off here in a little bit anyway. We're almost done.
I mean, I get
Oh, there you are.
I can hear you every time you say like you can't.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can hear and still see you, so I don't know
That's
why
weird.
the fuck that's happening.
We'll wrap up here, not too long anyway. Yeah, so make the Russian guy the bad guy at the side.
Yeah. Oops. Hold on. Just moving my shit again. Yeah. Make the bad guy, the Russian guy, still the main threat, and not the main threat, but the main focus of the threat. But make Taskmaster the main like antagonist, I guess, the one that she fights all the time or whatever. And the one that they're really like just make Taskmaster like the nemesis. You know, like,
yeah, that's kind of what I was going for with a lot of this.
Which they kind of do in Black Widow, because he'll just show up randomly and attack him. But like have it, because Taskmaster has like he's similar to, like, from what I've seen, he's similar to like Spider-Man. He'll just like talk shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he obviously she doesn't talk at all in this. So right there, that's like
that's what I'm saying.
So in Deadpool's
do we
mouth
think
shut.
that makes a better main villain or a side villain?
What, having him talk?
No, having them constantly be a threat.
No, I think he should be the main villain, but the objective is still getting the Russian guy, because the Russian guy has no powers. Your main villain needs to be able to fight in some way, because in these movies you have to have action scenes,
right?
So sadly, I would like it better if you didn't, but you have to. That's I'm sure it's a mandate. I'm sure Kevin Feige says we need a fight.
A mandate.
That's what I loved about Zemo. Zemo was a villain, the main villain, but because they're fighting each other.
Which, by the way, I want to mention the fact that we didn't even mention.
We didn't even talk about Zemo. Zemo was perfect.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's why.
If we don't mention something, chances are it's probably because they nailed it.
It's fine. It's fine. Having him not like, because we would have to change him because Flag Smashers wouldn't be there anymore. But we could take his story in Falcon and Winter Soldier and add it to.
And maybe once we're done, we can touch up a little bit here or there after we have a full reflection.
Like, he wants to kill all resembling or all instances of the super soldier serum, right? That was his whole thing.
Yeah.
Just move that plot there. They could still keep the super soldier serum in there. Maybe Power Broker selling that too. I think that's what I mean. That's
Then
pretty much what he's doing. So.
he meets Butcher.
Yeah, but Butcher, he's like, "Oi, cunt," or whatever. Yeah, his favorite line.
So let's touch on that in a second. So really quick, I would like Taskmaster if they memorize stuff rather than have some tech thing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that was stupid too because you see in the mask like she's like calculating,
doing some Pit Boy shit. And what do they call that in Fallout where you do like the zoom in?
The VAT system.
Yeah, VATs. There you go.
Yeah, it's like 95% chance you'll hit Black Widow in her fucking skull.
Fix the Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. Yeah, because the Red Guardian's just a fat fucking miserable joke, and this is my problem with adding with Marvel. I know I say that a lot, but this is my problem with Marvel adding new characters, and I've said this before too, but I'm gonna say it here. Whenever they add a new character, they feel like the only way they can make them likable to us is if they're funny, and that's it. Like even like I love Korg, but that was the same thing.
Which hey, shouts to Killmonger.
Yeah, Killmonger, he was hilarious. So I mean, his name was Killmonger.
One of the most well-liked characters in the entire MCU.
Yeah,
doesn't need to make fucking goddamn jokes every 2 seconds.
Michael Pena.
Yeah, there you
go. He was serious. What was his name? Louise?
Yeah.
Or is it just Louis?
Louise.
I
got the van.
I got the van. I got the van though. Yeah, and my mom did. I got the van. And no, my dad got deported.
That whole thing, and then I remember the pig too. That was fucking weird.
That was fucking. All the characters are so unlikable. Besides Yelena, but even Yelena is kind of like.
But she, you know what?
Another character. They just here's a new character. You know why you like her? Because she's funny.
I'll admit, really you didn't like the moment. I thought it was cute, but then they did it again. Was the whole like? Why do you do? Why do you do the pose?
The first one.
Yeah. Why do you do the pose? She tried to stretch. She's like, this doesn't make sense. And I'm like, okay, that's a cute little thing. But then they kept. It's
cute, but Deadpool did it much better.
Did he? I forget.
Yeah, Deadpool. He like, oh, they're gonna do superhero land and look, and he does superhero land. I love that. It's bad on your back, but I love it.
Shout out to X-Force again. I was thinking about that recently.
Dude,
in all the fucking like previews, X-Force baby, and some of us were like, you know what? I have a bad feeling this is not gonna be a thing. And sure enough,
wasn't there something? So there was something recently that gave me those vibes. The X-Force where they just show up and then they die instantly. What the fuck was it?
Oh, I wonder if it's a movie coming up here.
No.
That's something that happens in there.
Is there? I don't remember.
The Illuminati?
Oh yeah. Well, no. I meant like an X-Force where it's just
Nick says Suicide Squad.
They're highly advertising it in the movie or in the trailer.
Nick says Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad was great, but like, and I guess that wasn't it, but that's definitely one of them. I feel like there was something really recently. The fuck, I can't.
That sounds right. Actually, let me look.
What the fuck? I swear to God, there's something recently that it gave me X-Force vibes. And then
was it a big movie?
Like, I don't even remember if it was a movie now. I don't remember now. I swear to God, there's something recent in the last few months or something that gave me massive X-Force vibes. It made me laugh.
Morbius.
Oh yeah, Morbius. That didn't make me laugh. It made me cry.
Was it when Men didn't have that much men in it?
I didn't watch Men yet. Sadly. It's still not on digital. I'm waiting for it to come out on digital. So
I don't know if I can think of what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I guess not.
So this is such a. The hard thing is like I just kind of this is so easy. It's hard because you're just gonna write and literally just fix this goddamn movie. Is make likable characters.
Yeah, I mean this is just a easy one to get right, and they fucked it up completely because it's just you have Natasha. She's a likable character.
The Red Guardian was like such a slam dunk of a character.
Yeah,
like,
you got a great actor who's likable. You look at David Harbour, you like him. He looks like the kind of guy you shouldn't like, though. You know what I mean? Like he just looks like he looks like an asshole.
You know what? I think the
No,
opening scene
no
with
offense to David Harbour. He just got like a hateable
the
face
opening
to
scene
me.
was
But
kind
I
of
love him.
a good representation of it, right? He was like talking about like I beat up Captain America, whatever, and he's beating
Yeah.
people's ass in the fucking the
I will say the intro to Black Widow is great. I
yeah.
still really like it, even though there's some stuff that doesn't make sense, but that's fine. Because the fucking intro and the like the credit song and stuff and montage, and then
What song was
that's
it
what
again?
that's
Was it
that's
Nirvana?
yeah, it was a girl version of Nirvana. It was
Yeah.
like Medicaid. I don't know
Oh,
the
it
song.
smells like
What's
Teen
that?
Spirit. Yeah,
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 that's
that's what it
another.
was.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
Um,
that intro brought me back. I was like, what the fuck year is this? Because that felt like one of
right.
those like an intro from
Hey,
like
Nirvana's coming back hard with the Batman too.
yeah.
Fuck.
April says maybe make Thunderbolt Ross more of a threat, searching for Black Widow. Maybe have him more of a yeah, because that was a fucking weird
Yeah,
plot hole.
he was in the beginning and he was at the end.
That was a weird plot hole too. So
Yeah, because he didn't do it. It reminded me of like fucking oh, never mind. No one's gonna get that reference. Never mind. But it's like they just completely forgot
I think
about that character, and it sucks too because now the actor's dead. So it's
I
just
think
like they
this
can't.
movie.
Wait, what are they gonna do with the Thunderbolts?
Yeah, and people are kind of wondering what's gonna happen with
They
that.
gotta recast him, right? Or maybe did he? He didn't. No, they didn't film any of it yet. So yeah,
This movie I think sets up Thunderbolts.
it should.
I think this,
Especially since they got the main one. Obviously,
I think this is an
she's gonna
espionage
be the
movie.
main one.
Espionage movie against Ross for whatever he's trying to, because you figure out maybe oh, Ross is enlisting a bunch of, or he's trying to like find or enlist people. Why are we doing this? All right, I need to get into this thing,
Right.
and maybe then that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of, that's my thought
Yeah,
process
yeah.
here.
Sure.
So
But this is also before Endgame too. So like it wouldn't make sense if he enlists Thunderbolts now, right? Because you know Infinity War just happened.
Like, here's the thing:
and
is he's always been in search
no,
of a.
so I'm sorry. This is before Infinity War. This is in between. Yeah, because
No. It's after Infinity War. No, you're right. No, you're right. You're
no,
right.
it's
after Civil War. After Civil War.
Yeah, it's after Civil War.
Right. So I think here's the thing: is because Ross always had that thing in MCU where he's like, I want a team.
Wait,
this is the movie. Huh?
I don't know anymore. Yeah, it is. It is. Never go ahead.
Is that because after Civil War because he go into hiding.
It is because she's on the run because of the
Yeah.
Sokovia Accords.
Yeah. So it's in around Ross trying to enlist.
And they show her with the blonde
team.
hair at the end too. Anyway,
yeah. So it's in around Ross trying to find his team for Thunderbolts. That's where she enlisted the help of her family or something because she can't get in or something, or maybe she asked for mom and dad and then they find Yelena somehow, some way there, and that's how they kind of find her.
Sure.
But I think we make this movie focus setting up the Thunderbolts way down the line. I think that's a good way. Like that's the end of phase
5, right?
5, Thunderbolts.
Yeah, it's the last one, isn't it?
The very first movie of phase 4 being the catalyst to the ending of phase 5. Yeah, Thunderbolts is the final one.
Yeah, okay.
That's their Avengers movie. Is a good. I think that's a good little wrap up of that.
Sure. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't really know much about the Thunderbolts, but
well, I mean, it's
characters I know that are going to be in it.
It's supposed to be, if I know, it's like it's a knockoff. It's supposed to be kind of like a knockoff Avengers, but they're like the Suicide Squad where they're doing like the fucked up missions.
Yeah, they're I know that. I read a little thing about it, but like I know what's her name supposed to be in it too, right? New Hawkeye, isn't she supposed to be in it? Or she was in it at one point or something? Maybe
no, she's supposed to be in Young Avengers.
Oh, okay, whatever.
The current ones right now is supposed to be John Walker. It's supposed to be
Walker.
Yelena.
Yeah, Yelena. Which I can't wait until those two
probably be Abomination. People are thinking that it might be She-Hulk actually too. Then
what's her name? And America Chavez.
Yeah,
and
then Captain America.
Morbius.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Now I'm in. Best movie, baby. Let's go.
Zemo apparently rumored for it. That makes sense to have like the
Oh,
mastermind.
Zemo. Oh, if it's Zemo, then I'm more excited.
Some are saying Ghost for Thunderbolts. That'd be good because Ghost is doing
Oh
fuck
yeah,
all
Ghost.
anymore.
I was like Ghost. Immediately I thought of Ghost Rider. I was like, oh, a Ghost. Yeah, the Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah, that makes sense because
I
she's
like
not
her.
doing anything.
I like that actress. She's just Jill in the shitty ass Resident Evil movie.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I think that's how we fix this movie. This movie's not a fucking throwaway, doesn't fucking matter movie because ultimately it didn't matter. All it did was introduce Yelena.
Yeah.
Make the emphasis of it the Thunderbolts, and the reason why it didn't have any emphasis was because fucking Infinity War came out. It's like, oh, who the fuck cares about whatever he's doing now? Let's take care of this threat. So
exactly.
And then that's kind of how you have it go away, was that the knowledge of Thunderbolts, because this was much more intense, died with Natasha, and then therefore that's why Thunderbolts kind of went rampant after that.
Sure. You could also, I guess, you could just set this movie in between Infinity War and Endgame too, because nobody in this movie is in Endgame at all, or Infinity War, so you don't need to worry about that, right? Like, just have it close, because
that we'd
it
have
would
to
also make more sense why Ross would want to assemble a new team of heroes too, because like half of the Avengers are gone, so there's a lot of shit going down too.
Yeah, but I think he wanted after Civil War, because the Avengers disbanded, and he wanted his own list of compliant Avengers.
Sure. But like, and that's fine. They could reference that, like, if they set this movie after Infinity War, they could reference that Ross has been building this team since they disbanded.
So,
but it hasn't really gotten to the point.
Right.
Maybe he finally tracks down Black Widow or something.
Right.
And of course he wants Black Widow, but then she and then it just doesn't work out. And then Endgame happens, she dies, and then Yelena becomes a part of it.
Right.
You know? They can have that jump forward where she's at her grave, and then instead of fucking what's her name, it's actually Ross instead. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's gonna lead the same way. What's her name?
She's probably be running the Thunderbolt stuff now.
I know, but it's still a Ross thing, right?
Yeah.
Just to have him in the movie more, because his whole character was like, "I'm standing here. Where are you?" And then at the end, he's like, "I'm standing here. Where is she?" That's his whole role, and he's been in the fucking movie since the Incredible Hulk.
This is movie one.
Yeah, he's in Civil War. He's in Infinity War. He's in fucking the Incredible Hulk. He's in Iron Man. Wait, is he in Iron Man? No. He's in Incredible.
Yeah,
so Robert Downey Jr. shows up.
And we kind of just covered it now. April said, "What do you mean by setting up Thunderbolts? Because some of these characters don't get recruited till after Endgame." So remember,
it could be a slow process, just like with the Avengers. With the Avengers, it was a slow process. Right. Like, hey, you're gonna be in Avengers, and then a couple years later, it's like, "No, you're not gonna be in Avengers anymore." In Iron Man 2,
yeah,
like, what? I want to be in Avengers. You know.
Yeah. So remember, Ross since movie 2 has been trying to have people on his team. That's why he wanted the Hulk and everything. He wanted everything on his side.
Yeah.
So essentially, what this is going to be is it's more of a recruitment thing, but he doesn't know who to pick. So it doesn't really come into fruition until Yelena gets talked by Val. And April says the blip could have delayed the team being made. Yeah, that could have been a thing too.
Maybe that's what I was saying.
Yeah, maybe he could have had ideas of what's like, I don't know, whoever, and like, oh, now they're back. Now we'll get them.
The blip delayed it, and then maybe we're like 3 years into like the blip happening, and then Thunderbolt Ross is his name. He's just like, all right, we need to assemble something. So like he talking to Black Widow and stuff, and like I don't know, maybe Yelena's still alive, because her being blipped had nothing to do with anything really. In Hawkeye, like, remember, she just comes back and it's like, all right, whatever. Like that doesn't even need to happen, honestly. And then Infinity War or Endgame happens, and she's just at the grave still, because again, it doesn't matter. She could just be at the grave.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need to be blipped for a little while or whatever.
So do we need to write anything else in there for this, or?
Oh, and yeah, I just thought about, like, maybe there was another person in her family and they were blipped, and they can't find that person or whatever. I don't know. Like she finds Red Guardian and Yelena and the mother, and maybe there was a third sister that she never talked about, because she never talked about fucking Yelena ever. So just to make sense why nobody else is blipped, to have a third person, you know, just referenced real quick. You know, they can't find her because she's blipped, or I don't fucking know. I don't care anymore. This movie sucks. How about this? Can we just remove the entire fucking movie?
Sure.
That's pretty good. That one was weird. The only part that made me laugh is fucking David Harbour's reaction to it. So you don't have to be so nasty. It's like, all right.
But that sort of like, even though it's always been a thing.
That also didn't make sense for what he was saying too. Like I think he said something, and then she's just like, "Yeah, but they scoop our uteruses out." I'm like, "What?" Like I don't remember what he said, but like her jump to that was a little extreme. I remember. I was like, "Whoa, all right."
Yeah, no, it was
I forgot what
bizarre.
he said because I forgot most of the movie.
Yeah.
I forgot most of it. I'll also fix all the terrible green screen and shitty effects.
Well, I mean, with that, we just say, hey, Marvel, pay your
another thing they need to fix. They need to fix the fucking whole jail scene where they say, fuck everybody else in this jail. Avalanche, they're probably going to die because they're trapped in this jail for God knows how long. Eventually, people are going to die in there.
Hey, so, but John Walker's fucked up.
Yeah, John Walker's evil because he killed a terrorist.
He did in front
Black
of people.
Widow killed an entire jail, which sure, there's evil people in there, but the guards aren't, I'm assuming, evil. Maybe they are. Maybe it's like a Shawshank Redemption. But I'm going to assume no. I mean, it's a pretty evil prison, I guess.
So, and also I want actual fights for Red Guardian, not none of this teasing where they didn't do fucking God.
It was like Red Guardian cannot fight a woman and win. That's pretty much what they said. You know, that's probably what happened. Like, Red Guardian is a goofball, idiot asshole, and he doesn't do anything the entire movie. And the one they kept teasing in the trailers, like he's going to fight Taskmaster, fucking, we don't see him hit one, and we don't even see him throw a punch. You just see him go, my ass is getting beat. Help me.
You know how bad it actually would.
And then what's her name shows up, who does not have the fucking super soldier serum, does like a Hurricane Rana and fucking throws his ass in the fucking.
Here's the thing, and here's where they obviously fucked up in a lot of this, but remember we hear the whole like, I beat up Captain America. Yeah. And you always think it's bullshit, but what would have been badass if he actually kicked Taskmaster's ass doing Captain America shit? And it's like, maybe he actually did beat up Captain America.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or you find out the story is actually true.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Because he does some really cool shit with the shield, like knocking it back. You're like, huh? Maybe he actually did.
There was like one cool thing he did with the shield the entire fucking movie. Like he threw it at like the ship or whatever. That was like it. Like, and yeah, I bet you don't even remember that part. It wasn't even that cool, honestly. But I hate this movie actually. Like really thinking more and more about it. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier had a lot of good things in it. Like I can't think of one thing I actually liked about this movie. Yelena's fine, but that's like
doesn't carry it.
Yeah, like John Walker's a great character. And I still, even though they torpedo a lot of their character development, I still liked Falcon and Winter Soldier by the end of it, Bucky and Sam. They
had to keep over when they was like Bucky was trying to get with Sam's sister and all that. It was like fun.
And also I like the barbecue, them hanging out. That was fun.
And
had like a Fast and Furious movie. They had a barbecue.
It had good moments, but it was like a really quick like A to C. We had no B.
Yeah, exactly. And the C was really weak.
Yeah,
it was like a weak big A that slowly became more decent, and then it just
right. A says hopefully Red Guardian will actually do stuff in Marvel Zombies.
Oh, is he in that? Okay,
I guess so.
Is Marvel Zombies gonna be a show? I mean,
an animated show.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is it gonna be animated?
Yeah,
I know it's gonna be rated M. M. Yeah.
Rated M.
It's gonna be rated R. Yeah. That's TVMA. Cool that they confirmed it will be TVMA. Yeah. So actually, I was
which fingers crossed. I know Nick said it earlier, but there's rumors of Blade being PG-13. Which
it's gonna be.
Don't come on, dude.
It's gonna be. This is the thing with Blade. Before the movies came out, Blade was known to be violent, but I don't think like super violent in the comics. But the movies were fucking violent. Like they said, "Fuck it, we're going crazy." I mean, the special effects suck.
What's your favorite line again? I like hearing you quote it.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Which, by the way, is a funny story about that line. That line was not in the original script. Red Letter Media talks about this too, but I knew this for the longest time. It was not in the script, but the writer and director heard Wesley Snipes say that at one point, just like on the set, he just said that. And they were like, "Oh, that's cool. We need to get Blade to say that."
That's sick.
And they had a different line for him to say at that one point. I don't know what it was. When he's
fuck that line. I don't give a fuck.
And fuck that line. And it's like, all right, say that. And Blade, Wesley Snipes was just like, all right. I mean, that's just kind of a stupid thing you say sometimes, and then it became a legendary line.
Shout outs
In my eyes,
to,
it's great.
if you guys are curious, go zoom way back into the Gore of the Movie archives for the Not in the Movie podcast, the first one that we
talk
made,
about Blade.
and we talk about you made me watch Blade for the first time. That was a good time.
That's a fun movie.
I
like it. It's I just wish more movies were like that. That's why I appreciated, like, all jokes aside, I appreciated Morbius, because Morbius and even Venom, because it felt like an old late 90s, early 2000s shit Marvel movie, and I miss those days where it's just they're not trying to build this universe, even though
Morbius
did.
is so shit. It's
so
fun.
Shit. It is like it's boring at times, admittedly.
Yeah. But you know what? Like, I didn't hate that movie like at all. Like, I actually like. I'm like, all right, like there's some dumb shit in here, and there's some parts I don't give a fuck about. But you know what? It's better than a mediocre Marvel movie where it's like, okay,
yeah, that has fucking like structural issues. And
like, I know, like jokes aside. Morbius is number one this year, of course.
Yeah, but it's the best. It's still
legitimately
number one on my letterbox.
I probably enjoyed that more than Doctor Strange and Thor.
Yeah.
Like,
the first time I saw Doctor Strange, I was really into it because of the Sam Raimi stuff. I was like, I was getting so excited every time any of that shit happened, because it's been so long since Sam Raimi actually made a fucking movie. So I was really excited and happy. And that's not the second time. I was bored out of my fucking mind. And I hated a lot of the character stuff.
We'll talk about that in a few episodes.
When it comes to these Marvel movies, I should probably wait until I see it the second time.
I'd probably just say either don't watch the second time, just let it be a one and done. Like, all right.
Yeah, because if I saw Thor again, I probably would have hated it.
I never watched Thor again, and I had invites to, and I was like, I think I'm good. Because I actually really enjoyed Thor the first time I watched. Well, the only time I watched it, I really had a good time. I know, thinking back, I'm like, yeah, I could have done a lot of stuff better, but I actually really liked it. But I'm not gonna ever watch it again. Probably, I'll watch it again later. But
I probably won't either. But honestly,
yeah, it might, like, maybe
I might watch scenes.
Maybe when it's like on Disney Plus, like later down the line when I'm rewatching some stuff.
If I'm on YouTube and like they put a
funny goat scene,
well, no. I was thinking like maybe a gore scene just to relive.
Oh, of you,
of me, yeah. A gore video gets suggested.
Anyway,
I'll watch it.
We get, and obviously we can come back and edit stuff later on if we need to. But I think that's.
We didn't really talk about Natasha at all. It's called Black Widow. Really build upon the Black Widow mythos, I guess, because they don't really do it. Just like they're widows, they're soldier, they're like secret. Like, really, like there was a movie called Red Sparrow that came out a few years ago, with Jennifer Lawrence. That was not great, but it really showed what a female spy, or like not even like, more like assassins. And that was more based on real shit. Red sparrows were real fucking thing, like real, like Russian hitmen assassins. Hitmen. I think they're more like assassins. Yeah. So like they could have really touched on stuff like that, like real world stuff like that. That's the one time where you should maybe do it, because like this is kind of stuff that did at one point exist. Not like, oh, is Captain America be black? Like, we don't deal with that, but we do deal with like assassinations are still a thing, you know, and having like these like sleeper cell agents or some shit, like, I don't know.
Sure.
But they could have did that, really go into the Widow mythos, but they're, again, not going to do that because it would get too violent too. Like,
the thing that's cool is that
assassinations all the time and shit. But no, we have to have a joke about superhero landing.
So again, I don't
do the little hair, but
I thought it was cute, but then they could have just dropped it.
That's fine. But it's fine to have a joke here and there, of course. But like, why does every new character have to be like a jokey, or like it's either jokey or completely forgettable and serious? Like the mother character.
Yeah. Can we before we leave this, let's talk about that. I
love
Rachel
scene Weisz too, but goddamn, yeah, that fucking pig scene is so stupid. Like, let's suffocate a pig on screen. That'd be funny. That's like it's like if in like one of the Planet of the Apes movies, like out of nowhere, Caesar just like starts strangling a human just for fun. Like, oh, I really like this character now. Really adds to his fucking character development that he just like takes I don't know, fucking whoever was in the fucking third movie, just Woody Harrelson just like plucks his fucking eyes out for no reason. Oh, I'm doing experiments, fucker.
Yeah, it does not make sense to me in the way they did that.
I was just thinking the roles were reversed. Why so that pig did that to her?
Yeah,
What would we
right.
think? I mean, I would
Canceled.
laugh honestly.
Cancel that pig.
Yeah, after and of course, like I saw this, and then a couple months later, I saw Pig with Nick Cage, and I'm like, the fuck? They treated the pig wrong in that other movie.
See, and it is a good cap off. April says, "Wow, the series is showing more and more what they could have done for Phase 4. Hey, Feige, you're out."
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
So let's go through what we did so far, and then we'll come back. I don't know how often we'll do this, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, we have until the end of
Phase
year,
4.
Really. Yeah,
we'll come back with Black Panther. There's gonna be something in there.
We'll come back soon because I really want to talk about Loki. Not right now because I'm like all talked out. But I can't wait to shit on that. But
so
that's
right,
probably the worst
there
thing in Phase
There's
4.
there's obviously our. I'm going on first slide. There's our whole list. What if we fuck the police? That's one of the things we're gonna talk about. Okay.
What if we fuck? Well, we should put fuck the police for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
What if Falcon and the Winter Soldier fuck the police?
Fuck the police. That's hot.
So it's the WandaVision. So this one, it's a lot of what we mentioned was make WandaVision a lot more of an actual prologue to Doctor Strange.
Right.
And give things of substance. Like the Quicksilver thing is not a joke. That is a hint towards the mutants. Officially a hint towards mutants. The mystery, lean into it. Let's go into it a little more. Let's add some stuff to it. There was so much cool fan theories during that show that I prefer some of the fan theories over what the fuck we got.
Right.
Remove some dumbass lines like the boner joke and the they'll never know what you sacrifice for them. No one gives a shit. And then White Vision is introduced earlier as actually more of an antagonist in there.
Yeah. Or even like do what they were trying to do. They just rushed it too quick. Where he's like an antagonist, but not like he's confused, and like at the end, like he gets talked down by the fake Vision or whatever. And make that more of a thing besides like, oh, we haven't addressed it in almost 2 fucking years. So, and we've had like 25 shows and fucking 85 movies and shit. And imagine he shows up and I Am Groot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some crazy, you see Kang and I Am Groot or something. So
they kill Thanos again.
I think White Vision should be introduced in a way.
They could finally do it. Groot goes up his butt.
Yeah.
And rips his heart out.
You see, there was a people were pissed at James Gunn today just because.
Okay, no.
He said that
Ant-Man addressed it.
Someone mentioned and then they said, but like Groot from Guardians 1 died.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? And this one guy goes, hey guys, remember that he didn't create Groot, Stan Lee did. So whatever he says isn't actually true. So
what?
And everyone's like, bro, he's dead. How the fuck are you not?
It's his version of Groot, you fucking stupid asshole.
And I think James Gunn went and said, by the way, the very first instance of Groot written by Stan Lee was, "Behold, I am the great Groot" or something like that. He said something like that. And then he said that when he brought back Groot for Guardians, Stan Lee actually mentioned him that he forgot he even created Groot and said, "Oh, I actually created him." He said, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh," and he just laughed.
He's created so many characters. That's not surprising, especially with Guardians of the Galaxy. That was not a big
right. So
James
Gunn do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah,
and also
like, of course he died. Like,
you think if Groot, if this is the same Groot, you think he's gonna be a little ass? He's this little asshole that likes to fuck around and not listen to Rocket. Like they were friends.
Hey, for all my Dragon Ball Z fans out there, this is a King Piccolo situation. All right. For all my fans, you know what I'm talking about if you're a DBZ guy. All right, you know what I'm talking about. That's the exact same thing. He didn't spit an egg out, but it's the same thing. So there you go. You don't get it, Adrian. You're not cool like us.
I learned yesterday that Bulma had a lot of uncensored scenes.
Oh yeah.
There was apparently a frame in one of the episodes where you just see her titties.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, there was this.
Well, you see Goku's little dick about 400 times.
Yeah, you see his little dick there. There's an uncensored scene, I guess, where there was where Master Roshi was like asking for, or Bulma was asking for something, and Master Roshi was like, "Hey, can you get something back?" And she flashes Master Roshi, but she didn't realize she wasn't wearing underwear, so you see her ass.
Yeah.
And then there was some other scene where they were trying to get Master Roshi to bleed a bunch of blood out of his nose. So
classic.
Krillin comes behind her and pulls Bulma's shirt up, and in the actual frame, you actually see her titties in there. There's like a millisecond frame in there, apparently.
Hell yeah, that's hot. Hell yeah. Anyway, well, it's not like that. It's like King Piccolo, so it's not like Bulma titty. Well, in the new Dragon Ball Z movie, now she got a dump truck, so Oh, I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Super. I don't want to offend anybody.
April says, well, Adrian, what if? I don't know what if. And he also says, dude, people theorizing Mr. Fantastic was show in WandaVision. I'm kind of like, yeah, no. I'm putting Mr. Fantastic in WandaVision. The fuck?
Yeah, I guess he did eventually show up.
So anyway, yeah.
I mean, I guess he did show up with a Wanda.
I think. I mean, we'll talk. We'll probably come back to WandaVision a little bit and touch on it with Multiverse of Madness. But yeah, for now, that's that. Falcon and Winter Soldier. This thing is filled the fuck up. Yeah. Change premise. Removing Flag Smashers. Get them the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
More Bucky, please. I think already he was kind of sidelined in the show.
Maybe for the change of premise, maybe put like focus more on Power Broker, so it's not confusing later when we come back. And
so I have that down here, but let me.
I know, but like put it right there. So, well, all right. How about just move more Bucky over? Yeah, there you go, and then move more Bucky down below. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll put this here, and then we'll also put this here.
Yeah, there you go. And then more. Yeah, there you go. And then more. So much space for more Bucky. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was over there.
Let's see. John Walker. They need more shots where John Walker and Battlestar were kind of chilling, and they see the opposite end with Sam and Bucky. Like, well, I guess they're chilling. I don't know why the fuck we're fighting.
I want that. I want like a what do you call it when you like a comparison? Not a comparison. What's the word?
Juxtaposition.
Yeah, is that it? That's all right. We're right.
Juxtaposed. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Whatever.
We have that. I have this in there. I'm gonna remove this. I don't like the way I phrased it, but I know what I want to say. Maybe I'll think of it later. We don't know why we're villainizing him. Like, I get why they're trying to do that.
I like how you didn't like the wording of the bottom one, but you like this one. The wording of this one. They chill and realize they're stupid.
Yeah. Well, no, the other one is because the other one
they see them chill and they're like, we're dumb.
No, well, the other way I want to say was I want John Walker to like question what Steve Rogers has done, but I don't know. I want to phrase it in a better way, maybe a better scenario. I'll think of one. Villainizing him. I think
you can make it so that John is questioning why people are reacting this way when
maybe
Cap did the same stuff.
Yeah, maybe when they're like throwing shade at him, he's like, Cap.
John Walker does the same stuff as Cap, except he's vilified for it. Yeah, something like that. John questions why he's vilified for things Cap did also. Yeah, something like that. We just figure it out later.
Yeah, well, we'll come back. Like I said, this is not like we're just done.
John questions why he's vilified for the same stuff that Steve did or whatever. Yeah, because that makes it sound like Steve did something and now everybody hates John for it. Like, what?
Sam and Bucky hating him just out the gate was dumb. I think that's
because he has the shield. Like I don't know. Like Bucky really didn't like him. I actually understand what Bucky, because Bucky the shield is he thinks it's way more of a symbol and that's the last thing for his friend and whatever. So, but I don't understand why Sam doesn't like him at all. And Sam gets the most upset towards him.
Yeah, so I think, and we'll touch on that in a second.
Feels like
throwing Steve under the bus. I think that's a thing.
Well, maybe not,
Sharon, Black Captain America. Those are the things that we could kind of figure out whether or not later. I think that you can remove those, but Black Captain America thing was one of the strongest points. We could figure that out.
It's like the writers saw Endgame and went, "Oh my god, that's exactly what my movie's gonna be about." How this white guy gave him the shield, and he doesn't want it.
I actually really fucking love this idea that we had, where it's like, he just can't keep up.
He can't keep up. He because he's not.
He doesn't realize how much Steve Rogers did.
How he can. He also, it does not make sense. I mean, the MCU.
He's a regular dude.
If you're gonna take a more grounded approach, because this is way more grounded than shit like Doctor Strange, fucking Eternals, Loki, all this stuff, then make it make sense why he can fucking throw the shield and then catch it. Like, it's a fucking, the shield probably, I'm assuming the shield weighs a little bit, and also when it's barreling towards you, like, Like you have to catch it. There's no way. You have to be a super soldier, or at least enhanced
Maybe they
in some
have
way.
cool gloves or something. I don't fucking know, but
Sure,
just like,
fuck it. Or he's wearing his Falcon suit.
yeah,
But like, there's times where he's not wearing his Falcon suit, and he's like, remember the training montage where he does a bunch of flips and now he's ready? Like,
but even
it's
John
just like,
Walker did the same too. And you're like, Jesus Christ, what the
yeah,
fuck?
exactly. Yeah, I don't like that either, honestly. But at least they went in and made him a super
If I
soldier at one
catch
point.
anything like this just regularly, it hurts the shit out of my palms.
Yeah.
They're gonna bounce. There's a vibranium fucking shield bouncing around. They just catch it.
Yeah, I'll probably have a blister tomorrow because I was fucking screwing in a bunch of shelves today. Where's my screwdriver? It's somewhere. Just me doing this a bunch.
I thought where's my screwdriver? Look at how much I'm bleeding right at the fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna do David Blaine, except I bleed. Everybody saw that magic trick?
But
It's like shoves it.
I fucking love that idea actually, where it's yeah, he just can't keep up. He realizes I'm not a super soldier. I'm a regular dude. I gotta figure this shit out. He's trying, but then he gets shot. And
he can't wield the shield like a super soldier. He doesn't get people killed or anything, but like he can't stop these criminals from doing whatever and hurting people in the process.
Maybe
and then he gets hurt himself.
He got shot and they got away, and then he gets like put in the ICU or something, and he's like,
I think he should be in a coma and maybe wake up 30 years later. No, he should wake up like
Rick Grimes, baby.
Yeah, or just they skip ahead and he's like maybe even doing physical therapy. He's done that before, right? Like, or he's helped people with physical therapy. No, did he say he had to do physical therapy for himself or whatever at one point? I don't remember.
No, he helps soldiers like that, I think.
Okay, I thought, but he said like
he might have.
He went through it too, so that's why he does it so much.
Rick Grimes him.
Yeah, Rick Grimes him. People will understand.
But I like that.
They said the power broker said he'll leave us alone if we give him Michonne. Michonne's in the series.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Give her S. Okoye. We give him Okoye.
Superman in the ICU with Falcon first time. Yeah.
Yeah. What was his name? Was it Aegis Elba's character's name? Battlestar. No. Yeah. No. What was his name? Bloodsport. He put Superman in the ICU. Damn, man, he was in the ICU and he died.
I think
this DCU version of Superman sucks.
I actually like this because it justifies a lot of how Bucky felt towards Sam, because they never really had bad blood. Like they were pretty chill by each other. But then this, I think, is a good way to be like, bro, you got shot once. I mean, granted, put you in a. We'll make it better. You got shot.
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. How about that? No coma. He's just like he's like maybe he got shot in the fucking leg or whatever.
He has to regain how to walk and everything and whatever.
Maybe he had special bullets to go through his Falcon suit.
Yeah,
he has like a metal suit. Whatever. Who gives a shit?
Either way, you get shot and then Bucky's like,
maybe, better yet, he's there. He's just all right. No, it have to make sense why he has the shield with him. I was gonna say he's just there, like, and then he saw something go down. He didn't have the suit. He was just like walking. He's a normal guy, but he has to have the shield so he can fuck up with the shield, so he can realize, like, So I don't know. Maybe they can make it make sense. Maybe he
just gets overwhelmed.
Sure,
because he gets overwhelmed. He gets overwhelmed.
I want him to get injured though. Not that I want that for.
No, here's the thing.
I think it would be best for his character to realize, like, I can't. I'm just a normal person, and I can't even take one bullet.
No. Here's what you do: is that Falcon, all of his cool shit comes because of the wings, right? He's always doing cool shit because of the wings. Put him in a grounded situation in a building where he can't do a bunch of that. We showed him doing cool shit with the wings, but he's not quite there yet.
Right.
He's not there yet.
Sure.
But you know what? That I think gives a reason as to why Bucky get mad at him. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you gave away my best friend's shield that he gave to you just because you got hurt once.
And he's saying this while he's in a wheelchair.
While he's in a coma, like
the fuck, I'm in a wheelchair. He's in a coma. Like, wait, how did they even know that he wanted to give him away the shield if he's in a coma?
No, that's it. Like, that's what he does after he wakes up, and he's like,
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Anyway, and I think, hey, figure your shit out. We can't have a black best friend get killed with no remorse and no fucking
Well, you can
anything.
when Disney wants to have the terrorist that killed him be like a sympathetic
Right.
character. Yeah, well, the terrorist character that kills people at one point, besides just Battlestar, before that she blows up a building filled with innocent people, and she says "fuck them." She doesn't say that,
And
but
they
that's
even
pretty much what
asked,
she
like,
said.
you sure you want to do this? And
Yeah,
you're
even the
like,
other terrorists are like, "What the fuck?" It's like it's, the other terrorists are like,
I think here we still get some villainification of John Walker. Maybe he's not understood, and that's when Val will step in and say, "We got you." Like that's fine. We'll figure
yeah."
out a way there. But I think less
We need
overtly.
a U.S. agent. How about we
Hmm,
fix that fucking name first of all? And also, don't look at the camera when you say that. It's stupid. He didn't. She did, but it felt like a wink to the comic
yeah.
loser. I mean, fans there.
Um,
Say U.S. agent. We need a U.S. That's his name in the comics, by the way. Rackety schmackety
I'm gonna
doo.
put this over here. This is that, and then the last things we're gonna mention is remove these two lines. Remove that fucking speech in general. The speech is gone.
I would just remove all of Phase 4.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. You know, we needed after we're done talking and shitting all over these movies and shows, for the next however long we do this, we should just do a quick speed run where we just remove the entire Phase 4. We just take the name of the show and then we put one of those crosses there, get rid of it. Maybe even think about like not even joking. Maybe even think about like what movie would make sense more in like for like a character, just anybody. Like instead of Falcon and Winter Soldier,
Winter
we think
Soldier
of
and
like
Falcon.
if it was Falcon. There you go. Instead of Hawkeye, we got
Frogman.
yeah, Green Arrow. I don't know. I don't know. That's DC.
I would love to do a lot more of those if I knew a lot. Like if I was like some crazy
Yeah,
like
if I knew more characters, yeah.
like comic person,
You're more of a comic guy than I am, that's for sure.
and that's like pretty lightly out of it too.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not like fucking new rock stars.
But even like characters we know though, like we know other characters. Like instead of like a Black Widow movie, I mean, we should have a Black Widow movie. It's unfair she never had one. But all right, how about instead of a Loki show that fucks everything up, how about we have?
No
Let
key.
me think. No, yeah, Nokia, a Nokia. It's a Nokia phone, and no one could destroy it.
No, if I had the knowledge of like characters that could fit like new rock stars or comics explained, then I'd do it. But otherwise, I'm like, it's all I get my info from.
How about a show based on? Oh, how about a show based on
Mephisto.
Howard Stark and all of his inventions and shit?
The Howard Show.
The Howard Show. There you go. The Howard Stark Show. I'll call it the Starks, and it's about like all the Starks and their happy family. I don't fucking care. Whatever. Do whatever you want. Just make another show that will be forgotten instantly. You know, make Echo. Make all these fucking shows nobody gives a fuck
Everybody
about
says
after.
Punisher kills Flag Smashers.
Oh, that would be sick. But they would never do that. They would never have the Punisher actually murder people like horribly, like he should.
Everybody says I want to see a Man Thing in the MCU so bad.
Man Thing. Sure.
You know,
I remember the old movie, man.
This is a spoiler for Blue Rupees. So I got the Dragon Guard. I'm on Dragon Guard 3. I want them.
You finished Dragon Guard 2 already?
I skipped it for now because it's not canon.
Okay. Yeah.
The lame censorships are what I imagine when Zero got her first kill and they cut away and said this is a censored scene. You remember that?
Remember that?
No, there was like a cartoon censor.
I never finished Dragon Guard 3. I just watched all the cutscenes.
No, this is a cutscene, and it's like one of the very first ones.
I know. This is like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't remember.
Yeah, the character kills someone else and it's very brutal, and it has like a thing over it saying, "Oh, this is censored." And it has like little chibi characters of each other while it's like, "Please stand by." And you hear the killing in the background.
Oh, okay.
Which apparently the developers just put out the actual uncensored version. It's not. They're like, "Oh, we actually animated that," and they showed it, and I was like, "Oh, that's good."
Yeah, I might get reacquainted with Dragon Guard 3. I don't want to play it.
Holy frame rates, Batman.
Yeah, I fucking told you. It's legitimately horrible. Every time you're on the dragon, it's fucking unplayable.
Dude, whenever you call the dragon in while you're fighting, it's single digits like that. But and you know even the basic gameplay is very choppy when you're just killing things. But
Yeah, no,
you know
but it's
what?
a little bit more tolerable when you're on
I'm
ground.
liking the story and the dialogue a
Dude, the
lot.
story's great.
It's really good. Like I'm
It's
having a really
really
fucking
good.
good time with it.
That's the problem. Like that needs Near Replicant was necessary, but I don't think it was as necessary as Dragon Guard 3.
Dude,
Dragon Guard 3 needs a replicant version of that.
consider reacquainting. It's a really good time. I'm actually really enjoying my time with it.
Yeah, if they just made the frame rate better. I mean, the gameplay is still not great, but like it's just very like hack and slash, which like Near is like that too, but it's a little bit more. There's more to it. Where
Yeah.
Dragon Guard 3, I played maybe 7-8 hours of it, and I had enough. I couldn't do it anymore, so I just watched the cutscenes because I wasn't even liking the gameplay that much. I love the story.
You know what? It's because
There's some references.
Here's the thing. We'll talk about more on Blue Reviews in a couple days.
Yeah.
But I'll say this last thing is I'm probably enjoying Dragon Guard 3's gameplay so much because it came from Dragon Guard 1.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
sure.
this is fun.
Well, I came from Near, so
yeah,
I went from Near, which doesn't have the best gameplay, but it's definitely First of all, it's 30 frames, so that's at least nice.
60
it's
frames.
Usually
now.
Well, no, it's 60 frames, but 30 frames before. I mean, I'm at like 2010 Near. It was 30 frames. It was nice enough. It would bog down a little bit, but not too much. And then I play this game, and Nier is also open world slightly, where Dragon Guard 3 is like
mission based.
More, so which is fine for Dragon Guard. I don't know.
We'll talk about it later, but I'm not. We'll talk about it. Anyway, that's it for Falcon and Winter Soldier here.
Yeah, this show sucks. Anyway, and then Loki sucks my ass. I put that in there.
Anyway, this is very basic, but we need to just throw the fucking movie out and start over. We're starting fresh.
Yeah,
this is an espionage movie.
Build it up to be more of an espionage movie, and also have more consequences to the overall plot of the next phase and the rest of phase 4 and whatnot. Because right now the only thing that matters is that Yelena's in it. That's really it. Everything else, the widows don't matter. I'm sure. I assure you, they won't matter.
That's later. My biggest side
note. A few
note
might show up here and there, but for the most part, it's not.
That's my
really
biggest
matter.
complaint about any of these things, which I get logistically why, is because side characters don't matter until we go back to that character's movie again.
Right.
So it's like
I really dislike that.
I mean, it's like Pepper in like the Avengers movies, right? It's like
Pepper doesn't fucking exist
until
she's not a person.
Until Infinity War, and then it's like okay, but
we probably won't see Pepper again.
No, we're never going to.
But, because Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't even like these movies. She's too busy. She's too busy selling her stupid ass vaginal beads and shit on her terrible fucking website. So.
But it's like Ant-Man, for example. Ant-Man, we get Paul Rudd in Civil War, and just no mention of anything else. Like it's just pure Ant-Man.
They don't even talk about like, oh, you did I guess they mention he does heists, but that's just what he does.
There's no mention of Hope or Hank or anything.
Nope.
So it's
I think they mentioned Hank Pym at one point. I want to say Iron Man did at one point.
Yeah,
I want to say someone mentioned Hank at one point.
Something, yeah, but it was barely. Anyway,
it was barely there.
So
especially in Civil War. Civil War, he was just a cameo.
This movie needs to have some sort of weight behind it. There's none right now. It's such a throwaway movie currently.
Yeah, 100% a throwaway movie.
Make this movie a very early setup to the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Like very like this is how you put the basics of it in motion. That way you understand right now. Besides Val just being like, "Hey, you should come join my knockoff."
Even have John Walker show up at the end. You can do that. Like not in the end of the conflict here, but like have him in a post-credit scene. Maybe he's there.
Maybe there's her name? Maybe there's some picture of him on the table or something, and you're like, "Oh, that's what they're trying."
I was gonna say like have it so that the grave scene where she's at the grave, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, my sister. Oh no, so sad. I'm so sad. She is the dead." And then a funny lady comes in and goes, "Oh, I'm so sad." Make it so John's also there, or maybe make it just do a fucking like an Iron Man and Incredible Hulk thing where John shows up and recruits her. Like, not make it a joke where she's like, oh, have him.
Hey, Pepperoni says the same thing. Have John Walker be the one to recruit Yelena.
John Walker, just have him recruit her instead. That would have been so much better. But to be fair, Black Widow was supposed to be out before Falcon and Winter Soldier, though. So that's why maybe that was even a thought at one point, but they couldn't have that because then it would spoil that he's a part of the.
I get they want Val in there to kind of establish her, but I think that'd be kind of cool.
They could have shot that though.
Yeah,
but whatever. They reshoot
Um,
fucking everything. So
bad guy sucks. Get rid of him.
yeah,
Um,
he's terrible. No, don't even get rid of him, the character. Keep the character's name if you want.
Sure.
Whatever. I'm sure he's a character in the comic. I'm sure he's the one that actually runs the Widow Initiative or what the fuck it's called. The Red Room. That's what it's called, right? No, definitely because they mention his character in Avengers because they talk about how like, oh, what happened to that guy's daughter or whatever. Loki brings it up. So
Red Rum.
Loki actually brings up the guy's daughter. Anyway, so have that same character, just make him an actual character, and not just like I use women because I am evil Russian
but
man.
changing like that third act is bullshit. Let's not even touch it with a 10-foot pole. Like, get rid of it.
Or do
break
like
my nose. Oh,
yeah,
I got
that was. I mean, that's a funny shot. To be fair, the close up of her, it's like it's very funny. Sever the nerve. I mean, like you know how your nose works, right? Breaking it doesn't make it so you can't smell ever any. Like, and then she's just like, oh, it's fine now. Like, no, sorry.
They CGI her nose a little bit off the rest of the time.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Build upon the lore of the widows.
Yeah. Have an actual flashback of her training, not some fucking. I mean, I like the intro,
like
but
more like Shang-Chi.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I wish there was more of that in Shang-Chi also, but yeah, at least there's more of that in Shang-Chi than there is in Black Widow of her like what show her actually like dealing with the fact that this is a horrible
show
like,
her dealing with
the
the bad effects of being a widow.
Dude, Age of Ultron does it better when she talks to fucking Hulk about like what she had to deal with in the red room and the widows and stuff.
Yeah.
This makes it more into a joke than anything else.
That's ridiculous. Red Guardian.
Like, they go instead. They cut out your uterus. Oh, my womb is gone. Like in fucking Age of Ultron, she talks about how she can't have children and it makes her cry. And this was they can just scoop it all out. Whoops, there it goes.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck. They turn anything to a joke. That's a fucking problem. Oh, the pig!
You know what?
The pig suffocating.
We didn't mention it, but like Florence Pugh is
fuck?
a fantastic actress, and I think she
she's
did
great.
awesome during the dinner table scene. I think where she was like playing about that.
Sure.
Obviously that was followed shortly after the pig scene, I think, or something like that. It was like that's
I
weird.
think that was like right. No, the pig scene was right before that.
Yeah, which led to that. But speaking of, that was weird. So make likable characters. If we're gonna like team up with this family, we need to actually care about them.
You know what? I'm gonna say this: get rid of the mother character completely. Have it off. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Have her die in the beginning, saving the two daughters and even Red Guardian.
But
like,
then you learn
Red
that she's
Guardian's
fucked up, so it's kind of
Red Guardian has to defend because she's not a super soldier at all. She's just a spy. She's a widow. So like, I guess they're enhanced in some way, right? But I'm not sure how that. They didn't explain it, so I don't fucking suppose no. But have it so that Red Guardian has to defend them, and then in the process, she had to stay behind to make sure they got away or whatever, and then she's dead. So,
but how about this? How about mom dies at the beginning, and that's a very tragic scene. But then you learn as time goes on, she was pretty fucked up. So you're like, now it's conflicted.
Sure. Yeah, except here where they're like, she's pretty fucked up. But it's fine. Family.
And I think that's a good way to like set up that like because I think that whole scene where it was like, oh, you guys were just this is a fake ass family. It didn't really matter. I think this is a good way to emphasize that.
Exactly. Pigs, put it right next to the pig scene because I just like we wouldn't have that stupid ass pig scene too if she was already fucking dead. So
that's fair. So
it's fine to have that pig scene if you find out she's a horrible person, which I guess you kind of do, but they kind of brush it under the rug like, it's fine. This is just a pig. Who cares? You eat those all the time. Yeah, well, when I'm eating ham, I'm not like fucking choking it while I'm motherfucker, I'm gonna eat you, you know?
I think this is kind of what I want to make the motif of this movie is that it's all about that gray area. There's really like no right or wrong. I mean, there's a Black Widow, but like you think I came from all this nonsense, but I became a Black Widow, and this now I'm a superhero now. Mm-hmm. Thunderbolts. I mean, it's Ross being kind of weird, and fucked up, but it's like I need a team of people to save shit, even though he's kind of fucked up. The mom maybe died trying to save a bunch of kids that she ultimately didn't matter because it was fake, but not a good person. So the movie is kind of licensed around the gray area. Cool. I think that's it for now.
Yeah. Only what 25 more fucking things to talk about.
So
Yeah, this movie's all about family.
family. So
I
I
wish
think
it
we said
actually was. That would
a
be
lot
nice.
of this is because we do Loki next, and then What If, and then Eternals.
Well, when it comes to Shang-Chi. Did you
Shang-Chi,
say
right,
Shang-Chi?
right, right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Shang-Chi. No, we gotta do What If in this order after Loki. What If, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Hawkeye. We'll try to get those 4 done in the next one. We'll see.
I think if not 4, we'll get 3 of them. That's not bad.
Maybe we get speed run a couple of them, like Shang-Chi and Eternals. We
I
probably
don't have
can.
too much faults aside from just like basic plot shit, like with Shang-Chi. So
And Eternals, I don't have any faults with because I don't remember the movies.
You fell asleep. So Keep Me Awake is one of them.
Mirror, bro. But like Spider-Man, we can maybe cram in there too because I really don't have too many issues with that.
Yeah,
there's a couple, but like honestly, like I would rather that one be separated.
I think
anyway,
we're not gonna have a big heavy hitter issue again until we get to Doctor Strange and Thor.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And obviously Loki, but
it's almost like I have a lot of problems with Doctor Strange. It's almost like the same fucker that wrote Loki wrote Doctor Strange or something. Wow.
I have a feeling with Gore,
is that what happens when you write one episode of Rick and Morty? You get 2 giant fucking Disney properties in a span of a year.
I'm looking.
He wrote 1 episode of fucking Rick and Morty. Everybody keeps saying it's a Rick and Morty guy. He wrote 1. It was a decent episode, but it was like, what the fuck?
That's kind of what happened with Scott Gimple on Walking Dead. Remember, he wrote a couple of really solid episodes, and then he just became showrunner.
But at least that's a couple.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty is a 20-minute cartoon.
I'm gonna get to that episode eventually when I watch Rick and Morty. I'm gonna be like very jaded about it.
It's the
I know it's the Council of Ricks.
No, I don't think it's that one.
Is it not?
I think I forgot which one it was called, but I think it's the one with the fucking toilet seat.
Out of context, that just sounds really good to me.
Don't worry about it. I thought it was that one. Hold on, his name's Michael Cauldron. Is that his name? I don't know why I remember.
Michael Moore.
Michael Moore. I think his name is like Michael Kazooie or something. Banjo Kazooie. All right, let me just look up Loki writer. No, we need to figure this out.
R-Wing, he probably says pretty good series, perfect for my nerd brain.
For Rick and Morty, I assume.
No, for us doing this.
Oh, for this one. Yeah, Michael Waldron. I was right. I put his name and it didn't pop up, so I had to put Loki screenwriter and then it popped up. All right, so he did. All right, let's see. I just want to see what he did. Rick and Morty. He did. Yeah, the old man in the seat. That was it. That's the toilet episode.
Wonderful.
That's all it says. That's it. It says notes right in the Wikipedia. It says the old man in the seat, and that's it. And then he did Loki. He did a show called Heels. Okay, I don't know what that is. And then Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. He was the assistant writer for Community for 13 episodes. So that might be why he even got Rick and Morty, to be honest. Hollywood really just you can fail upwards or you can fucking succeed upwards and then make shit and then fail.
So
later.
I just want to mention is I'm looking at this Falcon and Soldier. I can't imagine how much we're gonna have for Loki. Just looking at Falcon and Winter Soldier. Granted, Falcon and Winter Soldier is my personal one that I have the most issues with out of everything. Sure. Loki is yours.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna write the first.
All right, let's see a preview for next episode.
Here's a preview. I'll put ducking. Here. I'll give you 2. Here you go. All right, this is like the biggest one I have. You can tell I wrote that one because I had to put the fuck word. Loki isn't the main character.
Oh yeah, it is. It's different Loki.
The show Loki. No, she doesn't like being called Loki. Remember? Like, don't call me that. My name's Sylvie. I'm like, no, fuck you. You're Loki. You're born Loki, fucker. Okay. Hold on. Let me get this. There you go.
All right,
That's my first one.
before we spend another hour and a half on this, because Gore's like ready. You can just tell.
This is the one. This is all right. Like, because I actually heard some people say this. Like, well, the last Mad Max movie was called Mad Max, and it wasn't about Mad Max. That was a good fucking movie. It was a good movie. I was great. Fucking Furiosa was a good character. You actually learned about her. You actually knew who she was as a person in some way.
Plus,
Sylvie, I literally don't know anything about her besides she's really fucking unlikable.
Plus,
that's it. Yeah,
Mad Max doesn't.
It's a great movie.
Max doesn't speak like ever. He's like
no.
He's very.
Which I wish fucking Loki in this fucking show.
But Loki
every time he does, he's like, "I want you to be all right." Well, why?
But Loki speaks so much.
Yeah,
you know, so.
It'd be weird if just out of nowhere now we're cursing.
I said the F word.
Yeah, it was probably more thought out than mine. How about this? How about we just put Sylvie?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then this will be like a giant list of problems.
Where did I write the fuck word at?
I don't know.
Oh, remove this fucking bad guy is what I wrote.
Oh yeah. Sure.
All right. Anyway. I don't know when we'll do this again. Maybe next week we'll touch on it again. But
that's not even my biggest problem with the show. I just gave you a piece. I'll tell you right here. My biggest problem with the show. My biggest shit with the show is just the whole idea of the TVA. The entire idea of the TVA is it completely breaks the cinematic universe. And that's why we haven't heard anything about Loki tying into anything else. Even though WandaVision barely tied into Doctor Strange, it's still tied in some way. Like, dude, even Kang, I bet you in in Ant-Man and the Wasp, whatever the fuck it's called, Quantumania, I assure you they won't reference Loki at all.
So
they won't.
No, they won't.
Really that's why they have Loki season 2, so they could probably wrap the story up with Loki.
To back that up is because, like, for example, how did they beat what?
Okay, good. No, is season 2 written by fucking Michael Waldron?
Probably.
Oh fuck.
Really, God, like, hey, basic question, to all those fans. How did the Avengers beat, or how they get everything to beat Thanos in Endgame again?
Because the TVA
they went to other timelines and grabbed the stones.
The TVA allowed that one.
Now, all right, now they did that, but the stones aren't supposed to work outside. Okay, well there's some weird thing. And what was it? It's like the stones aren't supposed to like work outside of the specific universe and stuff.
Yeah. So
how did Ultron get in What If?
That's true. That's a great question. Here's my question. Once you go to a different multiverse, as Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness explains, once you're there, then the entire universe gets destroyed, because the world's like, the reality is like, you're not supposed to be here, so we're going to destroy everything. That's what they explained in Doctor Strange. I didn't lose my mind, right? When they said in Doctor Strange, the incursions. So when you're in a fucking another world, so pretty much every time America Chavez goes to a different world, she destroys that world, right? That's pretty much it.
So what they said is the bigger footprint you leave, the more of a potential incursion.
Okay. So stealing one of the Infinity Stones would be a pretty big footprint, I would guess, right?
So that and let me try to rationalize this behind all this stuff. The point that they're doing is, all right, we took the stones, we put them back exactly where they were. Obviously, that's a weird, like, off-screen thing. Like, did you guys do that? Sure. We saw Steve Rogers go back and do it. Did he actually put them all exactly the spot where he did? I don't know. But then check this out. Okay, so all that stuff, Steve Rogers went to a whole different universe and had his whole life lived out and everything too. That's a pretty big footprint.
In a different universe.
That's a pretty big footprint.
No. Also, well, there you go. So now Cap's responsible for an entire universe being destroyed, and he didn't stop 9/11.
Maybe he did, and that's what kills the universe.
Wow. So it was already bad at the end of Endgame. Now you made it worse in fucking Doctor Strange. So 9/11 happened, and the world got destroyed.
And then how is it that Ultron
didn't stop JFK's assassination? At least that. Come on,
Ultron.
You could have stopped that.
Like, Ultron was this whole entity that was killing the multiverse. Where the fuck is Kang?
Don't worry. See, they didn't cast him yet. They didn't give him the money yet.
They did.
No.
Oh no, you got shit for that. Remember, it was like, that's not Kang.
Oh yeah. Who gives a
Anyway,
shit? It's the same actor. I bet he's gonna give it the exact same performance.
no,
He'd be like,
it's
"Ooh,
actually no, that's actually very different.
ooh." I bet he. How do you know? You see a fucking Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I
yet?
saw the little preview leak from
Oh,
Comic
you
Con.
did. You fuck. Oh, that's illegal, bro. Come on. What? So, hey, the first Age of Ultron trailer, Ultron was being all serious, and then when the movie came out, he was like, "Oh, I'm goofy, boy."
I think I think that's genuinely. I think that's why he overdid it. And this one was just to differentiate how that was. But that line that he says in this Ant-Man the Wasp preview, that was just a fucking sick line. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he said, "You want?" No, let me think.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate up.
Yeah. It's Kangan time.
Yeah.
Kang dollar screen.
And we're gonna leave now. But he probably says, I've only seen the first 2 episodes of Loki, but it could probably contend against Falcon and Winter Soldier as the most flawed MCU show.
Shit, the first episode immediately was just like,
there's someone that does a deconstruction of it, which is like, so like, for example, remember like Loki picked up the Tesseract and just stepped out.
yeah.
Okay, so when you step out after a portal, you just step out, right? Like we've seen Thanos do that. You just step out.
Yeah.
Why? Well, it was because it was funny. Remember, Loki comes flying out like a fucking meteor into the desert.
Yeah, that's funny. You know what's really funny? That Loki was just completely fucking cucked in his own show. That's really funny.
And that's
hey, can I sue for false advertisement? I wanted the Loki show. I didn't want the who was it? Sylvie. I had to look at the fucking thing. Sylvie show.
And then everybody says the last line, which is what King. Do you care about that? I don't think you care about quotes, right?
Oh, good to say. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, it was the "You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?" That was a sick line.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, I saw someone mention.
Yeah, that's a sick line, I think.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Major's also a really good actor, so I'm hoping that.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors is great. He was great in the Five Bloods. He was great in
The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
I didn't see that. I've heard that's great though. There's something else I watched him in. He's great.
Yeah,
I heard Lovecraft Country is great. I still have yet to watch.
We're gonna wrap there. I don't know how often we'll do this. We're never gonna keep doing it periodically. I'm not sure if we'll do like a regular schedule, but just whenever we have time to feel like it to go for it. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, next one we'll try to get through as many as we can. Just in case we don't do it ever again after that. Oh, that's right. He's gonna be the villain in Creed 3.
They're gonna say the villain in the Avengers. Yeah.
Oh, that's true too. He's just gonna be the villain. Wow, that's fucked up, man.